Hey guys, good evening, Obodo fam. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome back to our channel. Hey, good afternoon, good morning. Thank you all so much for being here today. Today is the 20th of September, 2022. We thank the Lord Almighty for the gift of life, for good health, and for sustaining us. I pray that the God that has kept us from January to September will keep us strong to see the end of this year and many more in Jesus' name. Thank you everyone for being here. Please give this video a thumbs up as you are coming in. A number of people shared this with me. I think the incident happened yesterday or thereabout. Yeah. I kind of feel a certain kind of way this evening. I'm not my usual self. Oh dear. Nigeria and marriage wahala every day. I said before I start the show tonight, I want to encourage as many people who feel like if you are touched by any of these things that we'll talk about all the time here, you have the time and you are led to do it. This is the time for everybody to start talking, man. It's time for everybody to start talking. Do you know why? Because there are too many negative noises out there. Too many. I think the people that are spewing rubbish, that are talking nonsense about marriage and relationship are more. And now we have a lot of people who have healthy attitudes, mindset, both men and women about relationship. We've seen it here on this platform. Yeah. How is my sound? Is my sound okay? Somebody said echoing. I'm not using phone, so I don't know. Is the sound echoing? Mama Jojo is saying that the sound is echoing. Is the sound all right? Please confirm. Yeah, I'm feeling a little under the weather today, Sarah. Yeah, I'm not feeling too strong. I was going to cancel it, but because I set it up already, I said, you know what? My children just said, Mom, just do it, but don't do it for too long. So I'm just going to get it done. Yeah, I'm not my usual self. The sound is good, yeah? Okay. Is my sound is good. Mama Jojo, check it from your end, please. It's time for people to start talking. We have a lot of Nigerians who are happily married, who knows, what it is to be married, who are in relationships, and they were raised by parents who had healthy marriages. Because the noise out there, the advisors out there, you would not believe what people are saying. And unfortunately, those videos are getting a lot of views. Thank you, positivity. Too many views. So if you have the time and you have the inclination, it's time for you to get into one of the social media, TikTok, Instagram. YouTube is a big one. Yeah, get into it and open your platform and start talking. We need it. As many people that can speak, we need to speak up. So I'm just going to jump to the issue that we're dealing with tonight. You guys know that whenever we do these stories, they are always issue specific. So this is particular to this couple. Right. Please give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done that, if you're just joining us. If you're watching from TV, you have not subscribed, please do so. Use your phone, your tablet, your iPad. If you have a smart TV where you can subscribe, please do so. Thank you very much to all my subscribers, especially to my members and people who support me on Patreon. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. So, it's the story of Mr. and Mrs. Bassi. Okay? The couple or the woman that we're talking about tonight, she's a Mrs. You know how big deal Mrs. is in Nigeria. That title is everything. It means everything to people in Nigeria. Mrs. I am still a Mrs. I was making a joke the other day when I was talking about how someone that shared their story, I was saying blah, 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 blah. This happened in my marriage. My husband did this and even infected our child, but I'm still a Mrs. It was funny, but if you look at it critically, then you know that this is actually is deep. If you take the humor out of it, you will know that it is deep. And it's as much as marriage is a beautiful institution that was created by God, it's the oldest institution. It can be very, very good. If it's good, it's good. But a lot of our people, unfortunately, are obsessed with this institution and they get into it for the wrong reason. And when things go bad, the actions that we take are questionable, right? Very, very questionable actions that we take. So, this lady, I'm going to show you her picture in a minute. Mr. and Mrs. Bassi. I'll show you their picture in a minute. I think I have it on this. Let me go down. Most people probably know the story already. Yeah, that's it. That's the couple. They are both lawyers. I understand that they are both lawyers. They live somewhere in southern Nigeria, where they call Calabar. Actually, that's where my in-laws are from. My husband is from that area. Very nice people, usually, but you know there are Mongo parks everywhere. Right. The man is called Sonny Bassi, and that's his wife. She's also a lawyer, Mrs. Bassi. And the story has it that she saw her husband. Yeah. Saw her husband. They've been married for some time, and they have three children, three boys, right? And this lady, on that fateful day, saw her husband in a shopping mall. He was driving out of a shopping mall with a lady in his car, in his vehicle. He had another lady in his vehicle in a shopping mall somewhere in Calabar. That's my understanding of the story. And when the husband realized that she's seen him, he decided to do a maneuvering. What happened in this story is, when I was reading about it, I was just thinking about Fast and Furious. You know that movie series, Fast and Furious. It was Fast and Furious that happened. Unfortunately, it wasn't a happy ending for her. So she sighted her husband in the company of another female in his car driving out. The husband saw her and then decided to maneuver and get into the highway. And this woman jumped into her own Toyota Highlander. I don't know how many of you know. It's a very popular car in Nigeria. It's a 4x4 Toyota. I will show you some pictures of the wreck or the wreckage in a minute. And decided to do a chase. She decided to chase them. I mean, I kept playing this over and over and over in my head because in my mind, I'm thinking, if she caught them, assuming she caught them, what was her plan? What did she plan to do? Because I know the average Nigerian woman doing that kind of madness, doing that kind of chase, because you saw your husband with another woman who allegedly may or may not be a side chick. When they finally get hold of them, both of them, they usually leave the husband and say, "You will meet me at home later." Then they'll face the other woman. We talked about it extensively on this platform. And I've shared my own personal view about why I don't support that behavior. I have never and I will never support that kind of behavior. It's just my values and the way I see these things. It's not me. But some women will tell you that is the pain they are in. And because they hold the other woman responsible for some part of that pain, that's why they've acted out that way. It's not an acceptable behavior. It's not. Because as far as we know, it's your husband that went to toast the girl. Okay? Well, she has a right to say whether she wants to agree or not. Okay? And some people do say that we should hold accountable people who are getting into relationship with married men. We should also hold them accountable. But then again, as much as I agree with that, I will also let you understand that this is Nigeria. And polygamy is not against the law in Nigeria. When I say this, a lot of women think I'm supporting it. I'm not. I don't support it. You guys know I have no love for side chick or side hens or whatever you call them. I was talking about Camila the other day. You guys know I was blasting her because to me, yesterday we were watching the Queen's funeral and she was there walking like an old hen. I have no love for her because in my mind she will always be a side chick. And interestingly, my friend and I were having a conversation about that yesterday and how Diana Princess Diana granted an interview while she was alive. I know I'm digressing, but it's important. We are talking about side chicks. How she said while she was alive that they were always three in that marriage. The man never loved her. He was made to marry her because of tradition or whatever. But that woman was always in the marriage. And incidentally, he's the wife of the man now who's become a king now. Make una see, oh, say this side chick matter not be today. So back to Mr. and Mrs. Bassey. Mrs. Bassey decided to do a fast and furious chase. Was chasing the husband and the side chick on the highway. Ladies and gentlemen, it didn't end well for her. It did not. She got into a wreck. She got into an accident. I'm going to play you a video, right? I will show you a video now, and you are going to see for yourself what happened in that how this Fast and Furious movie turned out for her. Because don't forget that she's acting out in rage now. There are a dozen and more emotions going through her body. She's not thinking well. She's driving with so much fury. And she's not herself. She's acting on impulse. So she's driving with so much anger in her. So no wonder she got into an accident. So I'm going to advise viewers discretion for this video. So if you know you are that type that you get easily triggered by things like this, maybe you need to sit this one out. It's only about 40 seconds. It's not a long video, 41 seconds it is. So you can just step out now while I play it. I did remove the audio because it's too much. So I put a different kind of music on it. But I want you to see, because we have a lot of women watching who will also watch later, and men also. And this is what I'm going to tonight's show, talking about the impact, how cheating partners can impact on the other person. This is what happens when you think, oh, it's normal, it's acceptable, it's okay. People get hurt, lives can get destroyed. Your destiny can be rewritten. Your destiny can change. You can be deleted. So many things can go wrong within a twinkle of a second when people don't take the right action. They don't take they don't make the right move because they are triggered. They are angry. And this, I can tell you categorically that this is not the first time this incident happened. She's used to, or she's seen it happen. I'm sure she's fought this Mr. Sonny Bassi about it before. Because the way the man reacted, he knows the kind of wife that he has. That's why he quickly wanted to run so that he can avoid a scene. He was trying to avoid a scene in the shopping mall. Because these days, anything that happens, people will start recording. He's a lawyer, right? He probably has a chamber somewhere there and respected in the community, right? He won't want his video to be flying out in the community there with people recording and saying, look at a man who carried girlfriend and his wife is fighting. So he flew. He ran away. This woman took her car and chased. And this is what happened when she was chasing. That's what happened. That's the scene. She veered off the road and went to hit a tree. She hit a tree. Right? And people gathered, they tried to rescue her, to bring her out. You can see a lot of people gathered, and that's her there. They brought her out. That's her on the ground there. That's Mrs. Bassey for you there. They took her to the hospital. By the time she got to the hospital, they tried to resuscitate her, to bring her back, but it was too late. She didn't make it, my people. She deleted herself basically because of my husband is cheating. I must show that side chick today that this is my husband. I hear that the article I was reading to you a minute ago, that he became very remorseful when he saw what happened and packed his car and told the the side chick to get out, and then he came. When he saw what happened, he started being teary and was crying. I was begging her, please forgive me. Medicine after death. Medicine after. It is too late to cry. So this intelligent woman, they probably met in university, law school, a lawyer. She's not an illiterate, yo. She's not a, you know, she's a learned person. Mm? 3 children and a marriage. She probably had a career. Decided because of a split, a decision she took while she was triggered, she was angry. Her pictures are everywhere now. Last week we didn't know them. We never heard about them before. All for what? All for what? She left her 3 sons now, heartbroken, traumatized, left alone in this world, asking questions. I don't know how old they are, whatever age they are, because she was doing fast and furious to go and catch her husband. I kept asking, what are you going to do if you catch him? What would you do? I was having a very interesting conversation with another friend of mine yesterday, and we're talking about the attitude of Nigerian women always going to go and fight. And to be honest, I'm kind of dealing with a situation like that now. Not me personally, but somebody I know is dealing with a situation right now where she did something like that and didn't tell me because she said, Bridget, I know you. You will not approve. And she went and fought. Went and fought. Went and, in fact, she and her son went and beat the girlfriend of the husband. And this is a philandra. When I say philandra, you know how, cheating get level. Cheating is cheating, right? But some, they go see the hide and small, small, say, I mean, my wife no catch me. They will still they respect their wife small, say, make you know if you catch me, so they do this kind of thing. You understand? But this one, you don't care. Girlfriend will call her for house. You go take the call. Go they gist with them in the presence of the wife. That is the level of disrespect. And you stayed in the marriage all these years. You know you are not going anywhere. And that is another thing we need to look at tonight. Nigerian women, they never leave. How many of you saw that Ludoche finally came out to confirm that he's still living with his wife, Mary Udoche? Did you see the video? I have the video here. So I share all this, and I'm not saying that she should have left, though. Please, I'm not saying that. But the point I'm trying to make is that when Nigerian women make all this noise, you come out on social media to come and be crying and you are shouting, getting attention to yourself. You know you are not going to leave. So why are you disturbing us? Why are you disturbing us? Why are you getting attention? So to me now, when I saw that video yesterday, when we weren't sure about their situation. Okay, because she said, oh, I will never accept polygamy. Me and you didn't sign contracts for polygamy. Okay. And all the social media in-laws have been very supportive. She's a brand ambassador to so many people now, getting known and all that, making her own money. I'm thinking, are these people trying to use our brain? What is going on here? You are still in the marriage, sis. You're still living with him. So first of all, Yuli Doshe went to Linda Ikeji. When Linda Ikeji ran the story, Linda Ikeji ran the story and was saying how, let me play you the video, and then you see. I think we need to look at these two scenarios together because it makes sense. Understanding the mind of a Nigerian woman is complex. And I say it over and over again for you non-Nigerians who are here, especially the Caribbean women who are here, the African American women who are here. You don't understand it. You think, oh, marriage for most of you is a deal, cheating is a deal breaker. But I say it all the time here that Nigerian women do not leave. They don't. Even if they catch the husband. This woman, if she was alive, if not that, unfortunately, she got herself into an accident that, took her life now, she would have finished fighting the girlfriend, then she will go back home and continue in the marriage. So what is the point? That's my question. What is the point, ladies and gentlemen, women that do that? Because you always tell me that it's justified, especially women who live in Nigeria always tell me that it is justified for them to go and do all these crazy fights, to go and fight. They tell me, oh, Bridget, you don't understand. No, I don't. Try to make me understand why you go and fight and you return to the same house. If you are fighting or you are trying to cause all this drama, then pick up your dignity and find somewhere else to go. Don't go back there. You are going back there and you are still fighting. Tomorrow you fight. Next tomorrow you fight. Abba. How many people are you going to fight? Una know they tire. Una know they tire. I don't understand Nigerian women. Honestly, if I say I understand most Nigerian women, I'm lying. I don't know. I mean, I think me and the people that will reason together, this group of ladies that are my friends that will reason the same way. Maybe we are not Nigerians. I don't know. I need to find out whether we are truly Nigerians. Because we cannot be, because the average Nigerian woman will tell you that it is right for them to go and fight. So I say to you, why do you go and fight? What's the point when you go and fight, when you know you are still going to remain in marriage? I'm looking for the comments. I'm going to play it to you, where he categorically said that he's still living. Yolo Duce said, I'm still living. Say, Linda, I'm still living with my wife in my mansion. Why are you calling us estranged? Because this is what Mary Edoche wanted us to believe, that they are not together or she doesn't accept polygamy. But you've accepted it though. You have. You are still in the marriage. You are together. You are living together. Even the so-called second wife is greeting you, congratulations now, for your for your birthday, congratulating you and all that. So what the hell? What's all this noise for? It's all for nothing, my people. It don't make sense. So make una just dey accept wetin una dey accept. Make una leave social media people out of una drama, because it's nonsense. It's a waste of people's time and energy. There's no point. Look at this. Just look at this. Look at this car. That is the car. That is what is left of the car, because you want to go and beat side chick. Hey. Oh, women. When will Nigerian women learn? When? I need somebody to tell me. My link is in the comment section, no, guys. We're not going to be long. When will Nigerian women learn that is not about you or what you have done or what you failed to do? Whatever action you are taking now, please think about it crucially. Don't act in a split second like that and take, split second decision that can impact on your life. Look at this Mrs. Bassey now. So I was talking about the Yule Edoche's one, and somebody was saying I should share the video. This is the video.
Well done. Today may be my day. Today not her day. Now she day today. Today is her birthday. Today not my day, Tiani. No man can put us under.
What God has joined together.
So I said, let me come in today and support her. And support everybody here too. Thank you. So anything when she says she go do for now, we go double up. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
My people, now so basically, May is cashing out on social media, saying she's not going to accept polygamy, but she's accepted it. Yes, she has accepted it. So you see, Nigerian women don't leave. A lot of them don't have the courage to leave. They don't. We know why. We all know. We talk about it here all the time. Make we not deceive ourselves. Most Nigerian women who, even if they, like Yolidoche that went ahead to marry some, even if it's cheating, they will know. They will tell you that it doesn't bother them as long as it doesn't bring the girl home. It doesn't bother them. Now he's gone ahead to marry her, embarrassed you, disgraced you on social media. You told us you're not going to accept it, but you've accepted it. You've accepted it. So that's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, somebody is coming for me already. I knew it. Eh? Somebody is already coming for me. Abebe, ya, abeke, ya, whatever you call your name. There are 4 kids together, over 18 years. See the capital, the exclamation. Easier said than done. Please take it easy on blaming me. I beg. You know how many videos I've done about this matter? I'm blaming me, right? Or I'm pointing out the obvious. You don't want to hear the truth. The truth is bitter. It's not about blaming, it's about establishing facts. What I've given you is facts, but you guys cannot deal with facts because you are ashamed of your decisions. So you cannot face facts. I'm giving you facts. You are saying that I'm blaming. Blaming what? How does it affect my life? How does it affect my life if you have 20 wives? Kilo kan mi, kilo kan aye. It's got nothing to do with me. Is you my husband? Or did I tell you my husband is cheating? Hmm? It's for you. Because I know you are miserable. And you are like this, Mrs. Sonny. You are miserable. You are angry. You are hurt. And you take all these decisions. See Mrs. Sonny now, she's nowhere to be found anymore. Women like you. Now so. Body go they pepper on her. When I want fight, now I want do everything. I come social media, they make noise. But you know, say you know they go anywhere. So what's the point? Now what for now? Okay. Now so she don't delete herself. That's the long and short of the story, my people. She delete herself because she did do Fast and Furious. And it's painful. Now human life. Now somebody child. Now somebody mother. You know, now somebody's friend. And it's because of all these poor decisions that we keep making. That is, I just look at it and I'm wondering, babe, when will you learn? When? When will you learn? If you know you cannot live with it, then you have a decision to make. If it's sweeting you, remain there. Leave us alone. Let us have our peace. Don't come to social media and be making noise about it. Nobody cares. It's you that is living with the situation. It doesn't affect any other person. So, now so. My people, Bio, welcome.
Auntie B, hello.
Welcome. Mm.
Yeah, don't worry, you'll be strong. I know you've done a lot during this period, so hopefully when you rest more, you'll gain yourself back more. So thank you very much. First of all, let me thank you for identifying. You know, you have a very good knowledge of every situation. You know, identifying when you said like African American women and Caribbean women, yeah, they won't understand. Because the truth is, those people would not take this kind of nonsense our women would take.
And Nigerian men know that. And that's
Yes.
why they don't try that nonsense with them.
Thank you. You already completed the statement. So the Mogo Park men know already. See, what I'm saying this is, Auntie B, nobody's trying to claim sense here. You see, this career will matter. If you do, you get age where you go reach, you no go tire. Auntie B. At my age right now, I have known that no man, you cannot get everything. The beautiful ones are yet unborn. There's a limit you will get to in marriage. A man that is married, concentrate on your wife. Just get this. It's a mindset. Get this mindset. Say nothing there outside. Absolutely, it will guide you. That is just the truth. Cheating on both sides, like what we did last week and this week, back to back, is just cheating on both sides. For instance, the accuser for the other lady and this man too as well. You understand? Cheating is a bad thing. That is why, even as Christians, the only thing that God really talked about, emphasizes in marriage, had to do with cheating, adultery. So therefore, anybody that is not ready to be committed to one person, there is no need going to marriage. There is no need. You did something that if you just have this mindset, say, come out your eye from man. It starts from relationship. Be content with what you have. Just believe it and see what this have cost. The man was avoiding a smaller sin, end up creating a bigger sin. And now, what is the lessons there? This lady, I can't even talk about her because may God Allah so rest in perfect peace. But it's such a sad ending, such a sad one. Because no matter where this man go, he go still come house. But instead, 99% of the time, I'm not her, so I'm not going to say what I'm going to say right now is 100% correct. But more than likely, knowing what most of my own people will do, I'm not saying that is what she would do. Our objective is just to get that lady and pieces her, not the man. Because if it was the man would definitely come house now.
No, they're not they talk to the man, no. They leave the
Yes,
man alone.
now.
They'll just go straight to the side chick. Like the side
That's
chick.
why she believes it now my opportunity now to catch this girl. Do you understand? You know, do or die. Because if not, that man go definitely come house. You go run me run come from your house again. So that was why the determination to get the anger, everything don't come up to venge on that girl. So please, why I condemn cheating, we all do. Everybody condemn it. And you know, Auntie B, you see, this thing is more about how we think backward. We are talking about living in the obodooyinbo, things to do right, mentality need to change, help your partner, do this. Also look at them here. They don't take cheating lightly. Cheating, they don't, even in the court of law here, they don't take cheating lightly. So therefore, if you're in diaspora, for your marriage to hold water, for grace to abide, just set your mind. Avoid it. Disease is there. Spiritual application is there. Many things today, this thing, oh. Children, they there. Family, they. You don't bring something from another woman to your home or from another man into your home. It's not good.
Now when
Let
she
us
come
just
to it, he no go marry another wife now. After a month finish. Go marry higher 6 months. Now that side chick still go become the next Mrs. Bassi now.
even marry self not good. After a few months, you go start to go bar now. They go carry again. You can just imagine the arrant nonsense. So let us please, that is my appeal, both men and women. If you are in marriage, you are not satisfied, you feel something is wrong somewhere, rather than cheating in marriage. Because many people now back home, even we brought their mentality from home here. Some people just feel, as far as I'm married where they cheat inside. I kept saying it. It's a stupid marriage, you. If you like, remain married, and you know that your husband is a public sugar cane, or the wife is public this thing. How do you live? Because I'm not a traditionalist, but I know very well that most of our traditional weddings and where we come from, there are a lot of repercussions, how it affects progress on all these things. You know, it affects family progress. It affects children. It affects a lot of things. So, not because of 5 minutes pleasure, go and cause your family problem, bring evil into your family. Just close your eye. If you are not happy in that marriage anymore, rather than doing it, seek divorce and be on your own, so that when you do something, there's a difference between fornication and adultery. That's what people don't understand. They need to go check it. I was raised a Catholic. They say sin is sin. Yes, we agree. Sin is sin. Even a joker's lie is a sin. But I will tell you, whether you like it or not, that was why the Bible says, he who sins against the spirit shall not be forgiven.
Junior
So why?
said legally, make I
Yes.
read this comment. Junior, I'm believing is a man, said legally the man is not responsible for the cause of the wife's death. The woman should have applied common sense and not do fast and furious with her husband, all in the name of side chick. What do you have to say to that,
Well,
Bill?
I don't know whether Junior is trying to become a judge in this case because the interest here is not a blame game. Nobody is saying whether the man in itself is the cause of the whole thing. But however, the woman is responsible for her own actions, right? But that is not even the point because we need to take the sense and leave the nonsense. I consider this statement just going into some things that are not more important here because we are not talking about who to blame here, whether to blame the man or the woman. The lessons here is talking about cheating and what it can cause and what it can
Yes,
lead to.
yes. So if I have to respond to that, Junior, I will tell you that because something is not a crime legally doesn't make it
I mean,
morally
it is
right.
right. Yes.
Okay? So nobody's going to arrest Mr. Bassi now that he was the one that was responsible for the accident, okay? Because she drove into the she veered off the road. I'm sure it's because of speed, anger blinds you. But in his conscience, and there's something called conscience, every human being have it. Whether you
Yes.
are the devil itself, as long as you are in this human form, God has put a conscience in us.
In
And
you.
that conscience will judge.
Ah,
And the conscience will tell you whether you are responsible or not.
or not.
Because if she had not seen him
Ah, ah.
with another woman in his car, she would not get into his car, into her
Yes,
car
now.
and start chasing and
Uh-huh.
start doing fast and furious. Conscience.
Auntie, Auntie B,
Mm,
person when not even cause death safe. God forbid. Somebody when a friend call say, I beg, come take me, go out at the go so place. God forbid, if even delay coming and something bad happen to that friend, even though he was not even the cause, he will still be feeling guilt like, "Hey, I wish I could go carry that guy." I don't know if I'm making sense, you know. Talk less of a man that knows that the lady was pursuing him because of his action. So you are very correct, 100%. But that is, let us not digress and be looking for who to blame, whether this and that happened, this did
I'm,
not
I'm, I'm,
happen.
al- I'm also wondering, Junior, if she was your sister, would you say the same thing?
The same thing.
If Mrs. Bassi was your senior sister that this happened to, would you say they cannot hold the husband because he's not
Eh?
responsible
Or if
legally?
my papa be that man, he go ever forgive him for his
So if
life.
na im pikin you be, say your
Now
mama
the
don
answer
delete
now.
because
If na
because
picking,
no, most of una mama don fight one side
uh,
chick or the other o. So make we no know na when e wan happen na im dem know.
you know.
I see another one for social media today. If you see the fight, if you see he bring this one, the man bring the woman come the house. The woman
Mm-hmm,
dey cry, dey shout, children dey there, neighbors
mm-hmm,
gather full house, e dey for Linda Ikeji. Say house wey I dey pay rent for, house wey I dey pay rent na Naija. Now you
mm-hmm,
go bring woman come our matrimonial bed.
uh-huh,
The man dey corner dey shout say I'm a man. I'm a
mm-hmm,
man. Na
mm-hmm.
im people dey curse am say you a man, you cannot pay rent, you say you are a man. But you no get money to pay rent, but you get money to bring side chick on your matrimonial
The
bed.
girl will say scientists not did there, scientists and the pastor.
And
Because if
guess what?
scientists,
After all that gbas now, after all that quarrel, she go still dey there. And that is
yes,
that is the
that is
point
the
I'm getting
point
to.
Auntie B is
Nigerian
heading
women
to.
know they leave, so make una just kuku sit down, they enjoy.
The point Auntie B is heading to is not trying to support anything. She's trying to say that, which is like normal. When there is less repercussion on something, people don't learn. You understand? They don't take
Mm,
corrections because
thank you,
there's
Bill.
less repercussion.
Mm.
So that's what Auntie B is saying.
There's
Because
no
we men,
consequence.
we know, yes,
There's no
now. So
consequence.
we know that if you go marry an African American or a Caribbean woman, and you cheat, not be say they even catch you, they carry wow. You cheat by looking self. You don't enter yawa. We know the
So
fact.
I showed one video for my Instagram today. Bill, I know say you see am.
Yes.
When one Yoruba
The
woman went on
scientists now, that is
to
scientists and
scientists from Ikire University,
yes, the
scientists in
scientist lady.
study, they preach. And that's why I started the show by saying that a lot of people need to start talking because we get too many negative voices out there. Make I play the video. I get on here. When he
Yes.
talks, say he speaks a lot of Yoruba, but you get the gist of it, what she's
Yes.
saying. And
Yes.
this was after this incident that happened, though.
Right.
And please watch the encryption, what is written on the front of the video. Know this and no peace. This is what she's advising women.
Mm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
In Nigeria, that one man can never be satisfied with one woman.
Yes.
She says she's
That's
a
what she was
Christian
saying.
and she's a scientist. She's from Ikire, a
Scientist
Ikire
lady.
scientist. Now tell and say, honestly, this woman, anybody will know, I may help me find a handle. I like to
I
engage
better
her.
play the video.
No, I need us to debate all the points where she make.
Yes.
No, just educated. She said she be educated woman. Me, I be
Yes.
educated woman. Make me and her
She's
sit
not just
down debate this
educated, she's
thing.
a
Point
scientist.
on points. Make she bring her own. Make she bring her own point. I will bring my own point. No, we'll do debates.
Just do a pre-recorded video. That is what I'm saying it. Ọjọ́ tí obìnrin bá ti mọ̀ wípé ṣé òbò kan ò lè satisfy oko ọkùnrin, mi ò jiyàn àwọn ọkùnrin tó máa ti ṣe tó ti sú wọn. I am talking as a realist, I am talking as a scientist, and as somebody who wants peace for every one of us. The day you know that one woman cannot satisfy a man, that is the beginning of your peace. Mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí realist, and I'm talking as a Christian, because even Bíbélì gan ò fàyè gbà wípé ká máa para wa. Bíbélì tí gbogbo wa dẹ̀ ń kà, the same God, the same Bible ni o. Òun ni ìgbà tí Dáfídì fẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ obìnrin. Nígbà tí Dáfídì gan pa Ùráyà, Ọlọ́run sọ fún yín pé didn't I give you wives? Ọlọ́run ní òun fún ẹ ní àwọn ìyàwó. I personally, Ọlọ́run personally, I gave you wives. Ó sọ fún Dáfídì. Ó mì wípé Ọlọ́run ò ní problem pẹ̀lú Dáfídì nítorí pé ó ṣe kí ni, ó fẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ obìnrin. Àwọn Sólómọ́nù, wípé Ábúráhámù tó jẹ́ bàbá àgbàgbọ́, ṣé ìyàwó kan ló bímọ fún un ni? Kí lẹ́tà àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ òdì òun là ń kọ́ àwọn obìnrin. Ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà ẹ sọ fún obìnrin wípé òun nìkan lọ́kọ yóò mọ̀ fẹ́. It is not possible. In fact, research ìwé fi hàn wá wípé tí ọkùnrin bá ń jókòó sí obìnrin kan for so many years, irú ọkùnrin yẹn okó rẹ̀ ò ní pẹ́ kú. Àwọn tí wọ́n bá ní ọ̀pọ̀ tí wọ́n ní multiple obìnrin tí wọ́n bá ní sexual relationship wọn kì í tètè ní anti-diversion, because nature àwọn ọkùnrin ni wípé wọ́n like variety. Ibi tí variety bá wà, a research was conducted in US. A cock was made to mate with a chicken. After 5 rounds with chicken ẹyọkan, the cock was not able to go again. That same cock was put in the midst of plenty chicken, and he was able to sleep with 15 because they taste different. Ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà, obìnrin ò gbọdọ̀ máa ríra ẹ̀ bíi failure nítorí wípé ọkọ ẹ̀ ti lọ báyàn kan sùn àbó ti lọ dóyàn kan sọ wá rí rẹ̀ nírìí wípé ìgbésí ayé òun ti tán, ẹlòmíà ní life òun ti crumble, which is not supposed to be. Women have to know this and know peace, that one single woman cannot satisfy a man. It is the reality. And the truth remains that tá a bá wá sí social media, tá a bá wá type wrong comment, tá a wá sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ níbí, by the time you put down your phone, you still go to the outside world and go and face that reality that you are fighting. Why can't we know it and know peace? Yes, kò ń ṣe gbogbo ọkùnrin ló lè ní agbára àti fẹ́yàwó méjì sínú ilé pé kán wà nínú ilé as two wives. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ọkùnrin bá níyàwó sínú ilé, tendency wọ́n ní girlfriend síta wà. Torí ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà afọkùnrin tó bá fẹ́ parọ́ ni ó sọ pé látìgbà tóun ti fẹ́yàwó òun 10, 20, 15 years òbò ẹ̀ òṣù òun rí, kò possible.
They've been married 10, 15 years and they've never cheated. That's what that auntie was saying. Okay.
Just imagine.
Yes, that's a woman. You see, are you getting the picture now of what is happening?
Auntie B, can you count how many round fowl go with chicken? This woman says she count them 5 times.
No, she self-conduct the research. Oh, she did
yes, now she dey count how many round fowl go.
You know, say where she dey record that video, now light no day. Never don't take her light. They write poverty for her background and her head. Now that place she get the scientist lab.
Chicken scientist. These are not chicken scientists, poultry scientists.
Yes. All right. So this is the problem. You see, women, when I come here and I tell you that Nigerian women when we talk about polygamy, patriarchy, they are in the forefront. So imagine the kind of mother that raised this woman, that is talking this, that is talking, opening her mouth to be spilling this nonsense. This is where the problem is. Yeah. Because women, our gender cannot stand together and speak with one voice. No. Women are the enablers.
Yeah.
Okay. And somebody said, I'm pretty sure she's not a first wife. Because there's no first wife that will come out and say a thing like this. She's probably number 2 or number 3. Okay? So this is where the problem is. When women are the one feeling that narrative about how one man can never be satisfied, she used all the people that, oh my goodness, she's using Solomon. Solomon, that women took him away from the will of God completely, started worshiping oracles. That is the person that our auntie is using as example of
Old
a
Testament.
biblical, a man in the Bible
It's Old
that had
Testament.
many wives. He's using David that we know that as much as God loved him, he had to go and repent, because God is a forgiving God, is a loving God. And after David repented, God still accepted him. He's a yardstick for auntie now for our research. Who's else say she's Desmond auntie? Oh my
I'm definitely
God.
Desmond though. Desmond,
Anybody
you.
that is using Solomon to do example need to go and find out the end of Solomon. You see, this woman, the level of ignorance in that video, the level of stupidity in that video.
Mhm.
Oh my God! I just look at it and guess what? It's women that are sharing it.
Yes.
And somebody is saying it from me in Nigeria. I had a quarrel with someone yesterday, and I was telling a friend of mine, I'm beginning to examine my relationship with that person now, because I can't be friends with people who think this way. I'm sorry.
Right.
You are entitled to your thinking, no.
Mm.
We didn't grow up together. We are
Yeah.
friends. But if I'm friends with you, they say, show me your friend, I'll tell you who
I'll
you
tell
are.
you who you are.
I cannot be friends with somebody who
Mm.
thinks that this woman is telling us something that will give us peace. Is the
Thinking
truth.
that cheating is right.
No. That kind of friendship, I need to reevaluate it.
Even the polygamy they are talking about, even though we don't support it, if they follow the true tenets of itself, they see cheating. You don't have to cheat with the person before you marry them. Do you know that? So, which is not even what we even support. So, cheating in itself, there is no support for that. This lady that just made this video, imagine what she's going to tell her own daughter. If her
Yes.
daughter tomorrow calls her
Yes.
from abroad and
Yeah.
say, this my husband is sleeping around, the first thing we say, I bet what concern you know the cons. Does he not stay at home? He pay B, I bet leave him. You know what I'm trying to say? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I wish she had said when she was talking and she did blah 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 blah. They go, she can't talk and say, women too. I
Yes.
like variety, but
Mm-hmm.
women know they do them because you are supposed to come to a committed marriage is a committed institution. When God created Adam, He only gave Adam Eve. He didn't create other thing. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, the first man, when people use Bible to justify polygamy and other thing, it makes me
Mm-hmm.
laugh. Because the very first man who practiced polygamy, again, it was a woman that was the architect of that polygamy.
Mm-hmm.
Because Abraham did not want to marry another wife. He was okay not having a child. But
Yes.
Sarah was the one that went to bring her
Bring on.
servant and say,
Oh,
take my
God bless
servant.
you. Auntie B, well read.
Oh, Jesus is Lord. So
You
when
see?
people come and say, I'm quoting Bible, I'm doing research, where the hell did you do that
Yeah,
research?
do
Which
useless
university did
research.
you go to quote
Mm.
that to be quoting Bible? Wow.
To deal with oneself, is the talkless of two. You're talking of cheating. Auntie B, let me allow other people contribute if you have
Do
somebody
well,
waiting. I
my
don't know.
brother. Yeah,
So thank you
I'll
very
do
much
well.
for all you do. Please, my
Thank
people,
you.
cheating is not good. Let us just
Thank
try and
you.
avoid it. No condemnation.
I appreciate you, my brother. BO for president. Mary, please unmute yourself. My link is in the comment section. I'm just going to be here briefly. If you have
Hey,
to say
Auntie
something.
B. Auntie
Hi.
B, good morning.
Morning. Welcome. Where you joining us from, Mary?
I'm joining from California, USA, Auntie B, one of
You're
your diehard
welcome.
fans. So,
Thank you. I love my US people. You guys, you are too much. Thank you.
how are you doing, Auntie B?
I'm good. I'm good.
Auntie B, I must say you're doing a great job. When I say a great job, an amazing job. And I want to say hi to everybody in the comment section, though. So, Auntie B, I've been following you, for a long time now. And but I hardly catch you live, just coming on with you when you're live. So I'm glad this is my first time though. So,
Thank you.
and to be a lot of people would not agree with your perspective. You know why?
Mm-mm.
Because we do not know their stories. So Why saying that? Because I'm going to quickly, throw a little light, if I'm allowed, on that last video you played of
Right.
that woman that is saying, "Nya, nya, nya, one woman is not enough for one man." The question is, what is her background like? That is the question we're going to be asking. What did she see while growing up? Maybe it's what she saw she's sharing with us.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, maybe their background, to be
Yeah,
precise,
but we all saw it,
they
Mary. Growing up in
exactly,
Nigeria, we all saw it. It's not
exactly.
the fact that she's saying, okay, men can be polygamous, but it's the generalization. She said that no man can ever be satisfied with obokon.
Aha. That's it. That's where I'm pointing it at now. That is her own knowledge on that, and that is wrong. Because I know a lot of people that have been married like 20 years, 30 years, still with one woman, and they choose not to look at another woman. We still have those men. What we're going to be asking ourselves here is contentment, and to be contentment. A lot of people lack contentment. When you are not contented with what you have, you tend to search. You tend to search. That is just it. You tend to explore. And people feel it is okay. I always tell people that. They feel it is okay when man cheat, oh, they are polygamous in nature, that. They always give excuses. What about those ones that have that self-control? What about those ones that are contented? What about those ones that no, morally it's wrong?
If I can engage this woman in a conversation, the first thing I will ask her, Auntie, Joe, to your alone, since you've done your research and you said that one woman is not enough, how many in your own, according to your chicken and your hen research, how many are you suggesting is enough?
And to me, that's a good question.
Yeah,
Then
we need to
again,
know.
mhm, but she's not going to be able to answer it because looking at her, I could tell you she doesn't even know what she's saying. She just want to talk. Let it be, oh, she has spoken, that kind of a thing. That is just it. We must be able to tell ourselves the truth. We must be able to stand on the truth. And that is what we do not want to hear. Okay. Now, let me say one or two things on that woman that ended her life. And to be, do you know she has 3 sons?
Yes, yes.
She has 3 sons, beautiful sons. She's a lawyer. The husband
Yeah.
is also a lawyer. So,
Mm-hmm.
according to what we heard, that she wanted to catch him red-handed, Abby, and she ended,
Oh, red-handed.
and she ended
Why?
ending her own life. Hmm?
Red-handed and then do what?
Ended ending her own life. And they are still saying allegedly. The man was saying the man was crying when he saw it, when he saw, her body, because I'm mindful of the words I'm using. And he's crying, oh, forgive me, come back and let us train our sons to
Our
death.
children.
Oh, please. What are we not saying? That man would have, morally, he knows what he's doing is wrong. And the people that are going to quickly support him, it's those people that are in that school of thought. One woman is not okay for one man. Okay, oh, no wahala. Right? And that woman, if I were her, but I'm not going to be her, she would have waited. He's going to come home, right? He's going to come home, but we have this mentality. I want to say it here. I always also say this in my show. Women often go after the other woman. Go after your man, not the other woman. You don't
No.
know what that man told the woman, for crying out
Mm-hmm.
loud. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people will
Mm-hmm.
not agree with me. Go after the man. Leave that girl or whatever alone.
Yeah.
If we must assess the
Interestingly
truth.
that you said that, Mary, because I saw an update from this lady that Halima that was dating Apostle, and
Mhm.
she said just yesterday or today I saw it that she said that when she met Apostle, Apostle said he was separated from his wife.
You see? You see, and to me, that is what I'm talking about. You don't know what those people tell those people. And I know for some people now that will come under your comment section and say, this girl that is talking. No, this girl now talking has been married close to 20 years. So I know what I'm saying. I have been married close to 20 years and I'm still married. But the question remains, you did not ask yourself what that man told that girl. Just take a breath and ask yourself that question. Then you have your life to live. I beg now, make we call ourselves meeting. Make we stop all this kind of thing. For those people where their husband know they stay one place. Your life first. Now she's no more. No more. No more. And if you do not take time now, maybe now that side hand now go come, the man go marry the side hand.
He go
He
become
go come,
Mrs. He go become the next Mrs.
yes, and to be,
Mrs.
it will
Bas.
come be the next Mrs. What happens to that one?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wasted destiny. Hey, come
Yes, so
on. Wasted destiny. Women, I beg. Even Auntie B, I do not know if you saw that one that happened in Ghana. I don't know, but I don't know if you have come across it.
which
Of that
one?
woman, her husband was cheating. It happened in Ghana. So her husband was cheating, and she reported to the church. So they called her husband and the young lady. They both denied. So the woman thought it was over. That side chick waited for the woman after some days or after some weeks. Oh my goodness, what she did to this woman would amaze you. She waited for the woman, grabbed her on her hair, on her concro, and up to today, that woman is barred. No more hair. No hair.
Is the side chick that did that to the wife, or the wife did that?
Yes, the side chick did that to the wife.
Hmm.
And the side chick anger is, why did you tell the world that your husband is dating me? Why did you give
Wow.
me an embarrassment?
That's a very bold side chick.
And to be, you can say that again.
In
And that
Nigeria, it's
woman,
the wives that beat side chick. In Ghana, it's side chick that beat wives.
oh, no hair. She's crying. She even the Lindy KJ carried it. That was where I saw the story from. That
Yeah.
woman, no hair. She's bored for life.
Mhm.
Now side chick na one. So I beg my
Mhm.
people. I beg women where they raise after their husband. Go meet where they raise after their husband's side chick. Go meet your own husband. And then to be, if I may also say something in what is it called? In Yola Doce and what is the name again? And the wife and the person he was doing the washing and setting with till he hooked. Woman where you don't stay with for 17 years, Abby, and all that. All of a sudden. Oh, come on. Now still that non-contentment what would you talk about? Now still that, well, I can do it and nothing happens.
And
That
nothing
is
happened. Did
yes,
anything happen?
nothing happened.
Exactly.
Nothing happened. And the guy just the feel himself. So upon we stand on the truth. If you don't want something, say you don't want it. So what Mary is saying in a nutshell is, I beg, go meet your husband. No, they pursue the person where your husband they pursue. But that does not mean I do not agree to cheating. It is morally wrong. And lastly, make we know they use Solomon and David.
Uh,
If you want to use Solomon and David, you should
if not to
know their
delete
real
person, let
story.
me tell you, Nigerian Christians, some of them they make me sick to my stomach. If you want to use Bible to justify something and nothing know the Bible, brother and sister, Absalom no kerewa, you know kerewa in sister.
Mm-hmm.
Why we not
Ken
they use am as
Nottingham, brother.
example?
Uh-huh.
Absalom kerewa in sister. In telling
Uh-huh.
papa say, me send his sister, me come cook for her, saying they sick.
Mm-hmm.
Carry in sister enter house, kerewa in sister.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? Anything where you
Mm-hmm.
define any bad thing when you define the Bible.
He did here. He did here. So, but still, that David, after God's heart, he suffered it. That Pekin no deal, he suffered it. That was where Psalm 51 originated from. Have mercy on me, for I have sinned. But people no go enter deep, know the truth. They go tell you, say, Solomon the wisest king, get 700 wives and 300 concubines. Excuse me, he was taken away from his creator, the wisest king. He was taken away. And he paid dearly for it. The same with David, a man after God's heart. He paid dearly for it. He paid dearly for it. So that is it.
Thank
And
you
to be
very much,
keep
Mary.
on with
I
your
appreciate you.
good work.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you so much. I really enjoyed your contribution. God bless you, my sister. Thank you so much for calling us. Do call again. Okay, Socks, you are next. Hi,
Hello, good afternoon, good evening.
welcome. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Good job. Back to back, we've had it all this a couple of days.
Thank you.
Auntie B, you said your husband is a Calabar man, or he's
Iso.
from. Mhm. I went to school in Unical, and
Okay.
that name, Basti,
Mm.
they are the people that do what they call fattening room. They teach their daughters how to love.
Yeah, that's epic. They are
Yes, the
epic
epic
people.
people. The
Yeah,
epic
that's that.
people.
That's my tribe. That's my in-laws tribe.
Up to the extent they will teach you how to braid your hair, take care of yourself,
Oh yes.
have a
Oh
bucket
yes.
of water to wash yourself, how to
Mm-hmm.
tie a towel when your husband comes, then you hug him, then the towel will drop. I learned so much from those epic girls. I went to Unical.
Okay.
So I can imagine what how her orientation is, her upbringing.
Mm.
Go after your husband. Keep your home. They teach them from young good. Go to
Yes,
their
so.
house. Their house is so clean.
Oh yeah. Calabar people are very clean.
They
Very,
know how
very.
to cook. Very industrious women.
Oh
They
yes. They
know how to
can
take
if
care of
they
their
cook
own.
for you, Jesus.
Oh, I said I used to take morning class because I lived with a family. I would tell them I have 7 o'clock class. He said, "La, I don't have 7 o'clock because there's this meal they call ekpang." They will say that is what they want to eat for lunch. I'll say, go and eat it in the restaurant. They say, no, we'll eat it in the house. I'll be running. I'll say I have 7 o'clock class, 7 a.m. I'm out of the house. My class will soon start because I was dodging work. So I can imagine how that lady's orientation is.
Mm.
Cheating, we have to call it by its name. Call a spade is bad.
Yeah.
By a woman, by a man is bad. We saw it
Yeah.
the other day. Pa carried something from woman and he was angry. Now, this guy, look at what happened to his beloved wife.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Mm-hmm.
young people, law students. I'm sure they met in school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what I want to say is I think it's her upbringing that made her
Mm.
chase after that man.
Mm.
They would have built their home from scratch. Those people, they know how to do boyfriend from university.
Yet the man
They,
still
they
cheated.
will
So
be
what?
dating from college.
Yeah. So I mean, with all that tender loving care and being prepared
Yeah.
to look after a man, is still cheated. What would you say to any woman who is listening? Because in fact, it's women that I want to talk to.
Any
What
woman
would you
that's
say to any
listening,
woman that is listening to this show tonight and her husband is cheating? What's your advice for her?
my advice is put yourself first. Most especially when you have children. When you invest in yourself and you love yourself, that is when you can take that love and love your children. Reorientate your mind. Forget about what the naysayers are going to say. When I mean the naysayers, that means your Christian church, your fellowship people, your friends, and take the bull by the horn and move. A cheat will always be a cheat. Saying that a woman cannot satisfy one man is a big lie. There are some men, they have issues with their wife, but they don't cheat.
It's a lie. It's not just a lie, it's a lie from the
The
pit of
pit of
hell.
hell. It's a big lie. Once you are disciplined, you are disciplined. There are so many people that are not religious people. They don't cheat.
Exactly. Exactly.
They don't cheat. So making
Hmm.
excuses and using characters from the Bible is not acceptable. You want to tell me if that lady shall come to the house and say, Mommy, my husband has been sleeping out for the past 30 days. She will say, keep on there. Don't worry, stay as long as he's not bringing it. He can bring disease to you, which
Go
is
and pray
more
for him.
deadly.
Go and pray for him fast. Go to Rioke.
I'm telling you.
Go to the mountain and
So
go and
please,
fast.
women, put yourself first. It's a pity our sister put her husband before her and
Yeah.
was chasing after the man.
Thank you
Calabar is a
very much.
small town. It's a small town. So almost everybody know each other.
Oh yeah. That's why I
They
said
will,
she knows about it. It's
that's it.
not yeah, she knew about it.
Somebody
Mm.
will have, if you're not on Mariam Road, it's either you're on IBB Highway. If you're not on IBB Highway, you're at Ewed Housing. So we all know the four corners of Calabar. Everybody's in Calabar South or you're in the mainland, you are somewhere. So they will see that car. There are not three cars in Calabar. If you're using a Lexus, we know that you're using that white Lexus. So they will have told her that this girl, that Unicar babe, is the one
You're
runs
staying
your
out with your
house.
husband. Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
she put the husband first. It's just a pity. Please, ladies, put yourself first. By putting yourself, you have to do self-love. Educate yourself. Go learn how to invest. Learn how to that love you have, translate it to your children. And when it's time for you to live quietly. There's no need dragging all of us. And as for Yul and May Idoche, those people, you could see the body language, the arrogancy of that man.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
arrogancy of that man that, yes, I can eat
Yeah.
my cake and have it.
He invited himself to the party.
Yes.
I was trying to hug her and hug her. You can
And you
tell
could
that she
see
was
the way
trying
she
to
was
run
not
away.
comfortable.
Yes.
Me,
Mm.
I just could not even stand that birthday shoot or whatever they were doing there. Because my friend, she's on this channel. I know she's hearing. She's the BFF of May's. She's the most, I don't know what I'll call her. She's
She's
May's
one of the
mother-in-law or
supporters.
May's mother.
Supporters. Staunch
No
supporter of May.
supporters of May. She has been
May is
counting
a
down on
beacon of
May's.
hope to all the long-suffering wives in Nigeria who their husbands are cheating.
So please,
Mm.
our sisters, beloved sisters, we thank God there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Rather. Please put yourself first. Educate yourself.
Thank
Love
you.
yourself. Go for a manicure. Go for pedicure. Go massage yourself. Love yourself. Go
Mm.
shopping. Forget
This
this
life where
mess.
they speak like this, so
I they tell
soft
you,
life.
very
Soft
soft
life.
life.
Now
Oh.
you want to go to beat yourself for waiting.
Mm.
Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́
And you have
kó jọ.
three boys. You know
Mm.
the love of a boy to the mother.
Mm.
I have one son and I see the way he's always kissing. Always hugging. Then you have three boys that are loving you that way. Hey, Auntie B,
Thank you. I
you
appreciate
do
you,
well.
Salt.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You do well too, my darling sister. Love you very much. Okay, I'm rounding up now. If you want to come in, please come in. Because I'm just going to round up quickly now. The link is in the comment section. I'm particularly looking for advice. What shall we advise people who are in this kind of situation? So, brothers, if you want to come and talk, what would you advise men about the impact of cheating on the other person? That's what I want to hear from brothers. And if you're a woman, what would you say to a woman who is in a relationship where there's ongoing cheating? Hmm? There's ongoing cheating, active cheating. What would you advise her to do? So the link is in the comment section. Jump in and say what you need to say because I'm just going to end in a few more minutes. Okay. Debbie, where are you joining us from? Welcome.
Hello, good evening, Sis B. Thank you so much for all you do. I'm joining from London.
You're welcome.
So, thank you so much. So my advice is actually for women. And what I'd like to say is that you need to be self-aware. Who are you? This is a question that you must answer for yourself. You must not allow society to define you. And that simply means that you must know who you are, what you want in your life, what you want for your future. And marriage is not the be all and end all. Society has told, Nigerian society, African society, Black society has told women that if you're not married, you are not respected and you probably might not be successful. That is a lie. You can decide who you want to be and you can pursue who you want to be. And you can, with the help of your creator and your faith, you can achieve what God has put you on earth to achieve. In the book of Genesis chapter 1, it says that male and female created he them. Then the Bible says that God blessed them. He didn't say that God blessed the man and left the woman to only get the crumbs from the blessing of the man. No, it said, and God blessed them and said, be fruitful, be multiply, have dominion. Dominion means that you excel. Dominion means that you achieve. Dominion means that the gifts and the talents that are inside of you, you go and sharpen those gifts and talents, you make money and you contribute to society and you're a blessing to your generation, to your family, to your children. So, and children are important. Mothers are the ones that shape communities, villages, cities, countries, everything. So if you don't take care of yourself, you don't know who you are, you don't practice that self-love, you're waiting for marriage to define you, you're waiting for society to define you, you are doing a disservice not only to yourself, but to your children, to your children's children, to your community. And this is my advice to specifically to go on this topic about cheating. If a man is cheating and is your husband or is your boyfriend or is your partner, your fiance, you need to ask yourself, can I really take it? If you're lying to yourself and you say, I can take it, I want to explain to you that the day will come when your psychology, your whole being will reject it. And the day that your whole being rejects it, you will not know what you will do. You might think I'm a very highly controlled person. I'm not going to do anything drastic. You don't know. It might be that day that you become a murderer and you never planned to be a murderer. It might be that day that something goes wrong with your physiology and the person loses their mind and they pass away untimely and their children are left destitute. My point is this. If once you have that cheating happen the first time and you confront him, you need to confront him and say, look, we need to go for therapy. If you cannot afford therapy, not everybody can. You can find elderly people that have had the longevity in their marriage and the marriage has gone well. And you need to ask him, look, are you able to make yourself accountable? The man needs to make himself accountable to another man, whereby he can say, look, from time to time, I want to check in with you. So that at the end of the day, they can sort of be an accountability partner and check on that man, say, look, how are you doing with this aspect? And also, we are not a reading culture. If we are a reading culture, men can read and study and find other ways to actually handle the temptation of wanting to run after everything in skirts. Because if a man is fulfilling his purpose, then he can handle that temptation. That temptation that they are saying is natural, is also natural for the woman. But if you're handling your purpose, what have you been placed on the earth to do? Are you meant to be an engineer, a singer, whatever are you're meant to be, pursue it with passion and also find a what's it called now? A hobby. If you imagine a man that has gone to work and after that 3 times a week he goes and plays football. I'm not talking of just quick football. He plays 1 whole hour. He's sweating. He's tired. What time is he going to have? And then also the accountability part of it is also that you're spending time with your spouse. If you're married, you're a man, you're going out and all you do is work. And all you do is, I'm making money. I'm going from one meeting or the other. I'm flying out. Your wife will become a stranger to you. You won't know her. And if you don't know your wife, how can you bond with a stranger? How can you be close to a person that you are a stranger to? So that you need to create those kinds of buffer systems, systems that are there to help you. Yes, to
because
handle the temptation.
It's not an easy thing. Yeah, it's not an easy thing. A lot of people have been asking the question if May has left that relationship because she's making money now. Remember, she was a full-time housewife, but she's making money now. But she hasn't. She's still there. And you told everybody she's still in my house, in my mansion.
Honestly, we have to have more self-respect.
Oh my God. Is that she's still living in my mansion? I was like, oh my God, look at this guy. Gosh. Oh, it's a pity.
Honestly.
It's a pity. Thank you so much, Debbie. Really appreciate your contribution.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, dear. Right. So what I just want to add to that, because Debbie was talking as a Christian woman from a Christian standpoint. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again, that if you are a Christian, you are a believer. The reason why you are not going to cheat as a man or a woman, but we're talking about a man now, so let's be specific about brothers here, because that auntie from Ikiri was talking so much about the research, chicken and hen and fowls research that she did, and using the Bible, just misquoting the Bible anyhow. First of all, you are thinking about your relationship with the Lord God Almighty. Is this going to please God? This thing I'm going to do, is this going to break my relationship with God? How will God see it? So it's not even about, when you are constantly thinking about what would Jesus do, how will this, before the eyes of God are too pure to behold iniquity, that will learn to keep you on the straight and narrow, because even men of God can be tempted. They can. But when you think about your relationship with God, it's not even, first of all, you're thinking about not breaking the heart of God, not hurting God, not hurting your relationship. Then you are thinking about not hurting your partner. Those two things. Yeah, we need to keep that in view. Very, very important. I like the advice. I want practical advice, whether men or women. As you are coming in, go straight, tell us where you're coming from and your advice, and then we'll move on. Thank you so much, everyone. Mauricie Is it Muri Marusiami?
Hello, Sister B.
Hi, where you joining us from?
I'm joining you from UK. How you doing?
I'm all right. You're welcome.
How about there?
I tell you. Don't speak
Idiocre,
another
my
one. That is the
sister.
only one that I understand.
I'm so surprised that you are a Calabar, pure Calabar woman.
No, not actually Calabar, but Calabar by marriage. Yeah.
Yes, yes, but you are now our in-law, my wife.
Nigerians, once you marry, you take completely.
Yes, so yes, so.
Oh no,
So
no,
my
your
sister,
people,
it's
I
okay.
must say your people, I mean, I have really amazing in-laws. I can't say anything negative about my in-laws. Honestly, really amazing people. Very, very
It's
kind,
because you are
nice
amazing too. That's
people.
why they are amazing to you.
Oh no, no,
So
I love my
you
in-laws. I
you
can't lie
can,
you. No, I love my
yes.
in-laws. They carry me like you saw all those mother-in-law, plenty story. No, I never
Mm,
experienced it. My mother-in-law is still alive. She's well into her 90s now, you know.
wow.
Oh yeah, she and when I go to Calabar, I they wake me up every day with fresh soup every day. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
fresh
Ndegi
soup
yak.
that she will cut the vegetable that same day from her garden, you know.
Yes.
Oh my God, they are
And
very
make you
nice.
fresh
Oh, make it fresh
vegetable
for me
soup.
every day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, all my memories of going to Calabar are very pleasant. Very
Oh,
nice.
that's interesting. Good to know. God bless them and bless you too.
And
So, my sister, thank you for bringing this to our notice. I saw this particular video. In fact, it was very, very fresh, and I couldn't even watch it. But I was able to go through the comments, and I was asking myself, could this be true? How
mm-hmm,
could this woman do this to herself? Because
mm-hmm.
this man, as you're seeing him looking at this woman, after 1 year, go and look at his house.
Ah,
Either that this same side chick will be there or another side chick.
raising her children, raising this
Yes.
woman's children. Hey,
And maybe
Chineke.
punishing those children, who knows?
Of course.
Women have to start to learn how to say no, how to live for themselves first before even living for their children.
Hmm.
Even if a man cannot make you happy, you have to find something that makes you happy, that you love doing. Maybe, perhaps this woman was a full-time housewife doing her business because she was taking care of the children. And this man may be in the office with all the secretary, Oga, everybody's
Uh,
carrying file,
uh,
carrying
but
tea.
for them to be
Oga,
coming out of a
Oga,
shopping mall, you even took her shopping.
uh-huh,
Hmm.
uh-huh. Maybe
Or maybe
Madam
they
said
went
he's
to
not
have a
even sending
meal.
Madam to go shopping anymore. Maybe
Uh,
this girl will be the one shopping for Madam in the house. Madam will just be sitting down there. Huh? And now she's gone. What happened to those pretty children, those beautiful children?
my dear.
Women have to be sensible. They have to learn to take care of themselves. They have to learn to love themselves first. It has to be themselves first before even the children. I'm not even talking about the man. Because if they are not mentally okay, they cannot take care of any other person.
Absolutely.
There
Absolutely.
was a time I was ill and I was crying for my children. The doctor told me, look after yourself first.
Hmm.
And it's true. Because during that period when I was ill, I couldn't do anything for myself. I couldn't do anything for anybody. Yet I was crying for the children. So we have to think, about ourselves before any other person. And then one thing I want to add about all these women that will go and report to pastor, report to friends, report to this person. It doesn't worth it. It doesn't worth reporting it to anybody because they will tell you the same thing. Go and take care of your home.
And
Manage.
you know
Now
the
so I they
funny
manage.
thing, my
Now so
sister.
I they manage my own. Oh, I bet. May you go they manage.
And you know
Then
the
they will
funny
just
thing, make I tell you what I don't find about Nigerian woman.
uh-huh.
Hmm?
Mm,
When they date the man, then na them and another girl they drag the man. They drag
uh-huh.
him. So they meet each
Mm,
other for the man house, or they know say another girl date the man house. They go
mm-hmm,
follow the man. They follow that other girl drag. So take the man come marry there, either because they get
uh-huh.
belle or the man come say, okay, now you are go marry. So if
Mm.
the man don't already they do all those kind, what it make you think say go change? Because
Not
Nigerian
choice
women like
now.
to dey think say, oh, if we marry, e go change. Na
I
lie.
go carry and go church, you go change. But no, it's not true.
Eh,
And anybody that
na
says
true.
that polygamy or whether men are polygamy in nature, look, let me tell you, we women, we are very beautiful. It's just that we respect ourselves. We respect our matrimonial home. We respect the man that we call our husband. That's why we don't cheat on them. That doesn't mean that men do not chase after us, or we don't have people that admire us
Shebi we
every
see
day of our
Chinyere.
life.
We don't see Chinyere. How many videos did you put about Chinyere? And I don't see Chinyere and and Chukudi.
Uh,
If you've not seen it,
uh,
go and watch. Make you see both toasting. Is Chinyere
uh-huh,
not a married? What's her name? It's not. It's not. Her name is not Chinyere. No, it's the one in the US that is Chinenye. The one in Manchester is
uh-huh.
what's her name? Again,
I,
that I
I,
posted the audio. Eh?
uh-huh.
That she was
So,
Choma. Her name was Choma. Is she not married? You
because,
don't see how many guys she dey chat with.
uh-huh,
Eh?
because they keep saying it's not easy for men, it's not easy for men. How about us? Eh? Has
Hmm.
anybody ever said it's not easy for women? It's not because no, it's not because it's just that we respect ourselves and we love our family and we love our husband. That's why, and most importantly, we love God and we respect that relationship that God has created for us. So any woman that comes in here and said men are polygamy in nature, he should go and check his own background. Oh. Because if he wants to use the Bible to quantify why a man should cheat, when Solomon married many wives, they had a lot. We don't even know this discussion that they had, where they said, okay, when I'm after I marry you 3 years, I will marry another wife and all that and all that. We don't know the discussion. We only
And
read what
Solomon
in
was
the
a
Bible.
king. They forgotten that Solomon was a king. All these men are they kings? Some of them like you, don't you know even you know even get money.
Eh,
Solomon was a
I don't even
king.
want to talk about his own. I don't even want to talk
Most
about
of
his
no
own.
no most of the men when they marry come off for Nigeria and then broke pass. Trust me.
Mhm.
You never see men say
This
marry
woman.
second wife for face me and slap you.
Not true. Not true. Not true. Not true. My sister, it's a pity that she has just lost her life and left those children behind. We
Yeah,
pray God to grant her internal rest, and may the Lord forgive this man because this man doesn't know what he has done.
yeah. Thank you very
Hmm.
much, my sister. I really
Thank you,
appreciate your
thank you.
contribution. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. God bless you, my in-law. It's only Romari that I know that is my in-law on this platform before, and she's always taking care of me. Romari doesn't joke with me, oh. Thank you, Romari, my darling in-law. Kike, welcome, oh. Hello, can you hear me, Kike? Okay, your YouTube is talking. Can you fix your audio? When I add you, you need to shut your YouTube audio down so that we can hear you. Okay, let me go to Jumi because I'm rounding up now. Hi, Jumi.
Hello, Sister B.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. I was so angry the last time I almost started talking, and then a call called me and cut me away from saying my contribution. I see that you're saying, "Oh, are you doing school runs? Your children are." So I'm
Yes,
so sorry
yes.
for that
I
last time. So
understand. It's okay.
yeah,
It's fine.
so my kids are still in school today, so I have time. So for me, I have two wonderful boys that compliment me all the time. Mommy, I love your nails. I love your dress, and I'm not about to jeopardize all of that because of anything. I want to live long to see those children cross so many milestones. Come what may, either marriage or no marriage, I'm just committed to see them do well in life. So I don't know how frustrated this woman is. I don't know so many of the things that has happened before. I don't know. I mean, like, what will make her to just go on a road rage simply because you
Mm.
see a woman in the front of the car of your husband? That is so crazy. I really cannot bring my mind to see what stage how she's actually thinking. Like, there's so many things to live for, so many beautiful future to look forward to. Why will you just kill yourself just like that? Or why will you pine yourself just like that? Like, I cannot bring myself to think why she did that. And I know Nigeria is so crazy. The way we think over here, funny enough, is not the way they think back in Nigeria. Over here we are more enlightened and think that, oh, life is more purposeful. It's not just about marriage, it's just about you and your children. And if marriage is working fine, but in Nigeria, it's just like they are going in one way. and for them to just change their mindset is so hard. What all they
Yeah.
have known is marriage and marriage and marriage. Do this, like, it's, you see people asking questions. They are even asking you that, oh, you're being rebellious. So they don't have open mind, and I see how it can be very difficult living in Nigeria. Even myself now, I don't know. I don't think I'll be living this kind of life that I'm living now if I'm in Nigeria, because of the mindset and all of that. So that is what I want to say. Like, you don't have to die. You don't have to find yourself because of situation that is not going the way you have planned, the way you want. You cannot control another human being. A man that wants to be faithful to you will be faithful to you, regardless of what you do. You see some men that will come and say, oh, their wife is like this, pointing out some things that they will do, that some men will pick on and say this is why they are cheating. While some men will see that, oh yeah, that is how my woman is. So whatever you it is not just about you. It is not about what you have done that make your man to cheat. You're a man that wants to cheat with a man that wants to remain faithful to you will love you and remain faithful to you. Take care of yourself and look forward to the future of your children. Invest in them. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Like, a lot of people have spoken, and they have spoken well. So that is what I want to say about that man, about that woman. And I want to say about May and Yul Edochie. What I think about um body language is, she has already, there's no time that she come to say, oh, I am leaving my husband, oh, I did not accept. She's been quiet and cashing out and all of that, and she has getting a lot of support. And for me, she won't want to come out and just embrace her husband. All the support that she's getting, she won't get it anymore. So I think she's playing card, she's playing game to just be on the side of people pitying her while she's probably reconciling with her husband or so. That is what I think. Because if you did not come and say, this is my statement, compare her to Mercy Aigbe, other wife. I can't remember this woman. She came out to say, this is my stand. This is where I stand. I am not in second marriage with Mercy Aigbe. This is my stand. But May Edochie, or whatever her name is, did not come out to say, this is what I want to do. She's just keeping quiet, and people were just so people were pitying her and all of that, and she's getting money, getting support and all of that. Now
I feel a certain kind of way about that, Jumi.
yeah.
Because what are we feeling sorry for her for then?
I know why. Okay, so that is why she's trying to, like, feeling sluggish around the man, so that people will not stop. There are some people that are still
So they
giving
are
her
still
money.
carrying on the marriage and
Yes, I
all the
believe they are
social
carrying it on.
media
Yes, so she
noise.
doesn't want to give people
Over what?
impression that she doesn't want to give people impression that, oh, now she's carrying on with the mind, because a lot of people have creates a narrative for her that, no, take this, don't, even if she wants to, like, continue, she's kind of like in between. I don't know if you feel what it means for people to be telling you this is what you are supposed to do, even when you want to do it. I believe she's at the crossroad, even if she know what to do, and then people are being supportive of her, giving her money, making her brand ambassador and all of that, because they're pitying her. So she wouldn't want to come, even if she just had sex with a man, she won't want to come and flaunt it like, oh, I'm back with my husband, because there's so many people that have been fighting for her
I
already,
don't
even if
think
she
there's
doesn't
ever
have.
been anything. They've remained in that marriage since all this happened. She's
Now the man,
remained. They
yeah, the
stayed
man go back
together.
to the man go back to her. She did not come
He
out to
goes
say,
back and
oh, don't
forth
come back to
between,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no time that
So
she has come to
we've
make
just been
statements.
played, or we played ourselves thinking that
Yeah,
she's taking a stand. I thought, let me
she
tell you
didn't
my own
take
personal
no
feeling about
stand.
it. I
She's
thought
just
she was
making
taking a
money.
stand on polygamy. That no, I'm
Mm-mm.
not accepting it.
No, she
You
didn't say
know.
anything. There's no time that she said
No,
that.
she did say something. No, she said something once. She did. She issued a statement once. Have you forgotten? If you go to her page, it's still there.
Oh,
She did
that's
say
true.
something once that
That
she
is
and
true.
you'll never discuss about polygamy. She did not even find it was on social media. She found out.
Oh yeah,
I done back-to-back videos about it. So
yeah,
she
Auntie
did
B,
say
she
something.
said there's no time that they agree on polygamy. But did she say
Mm.
that, oh, I'm not accepting to be a second wife, or I'm not accepting to be first wife, or I'm not accepting the second wife? She didn't make her stand clear. That is what I think. Like, she didn't
Mm.
make her stand clear that
Because
this is my stand.
it favors her
Yes,
to
that
be
is what I'm
quiet. So
saying.
she's cashing out
Yeah, so she's
and getting
cashing
the
out.
sympathy. For me, that's
Yes,
deception, as far
that
as
is
I'm concerned.
deception. Exactly.
I
I'm
don't
not
care
even
how
feeling
anybody
her
feels about
anymore.
it. It's
Yes,
deception.
I'm not pitying her anymore, because now you are making people to be going and supporting you while you are here. being with the man that people are fighting against for you. So
Why
that
are we
makes
even
no
fighting? Why are we
sense.
fighting? Why are we fighting you anyway? Why are we fighting him
It's because
if
there
they are
are a
still
lot
in the
of people
marriage?
that are going through the
What?
same situation. So they are kind of like fighting him, but fighting their husband, kind of. Because a lot of people are in that same
Chai,
situation.
oh my show. These people are
Yeah.
cashing out on us.
They are just cashing. They don't. They might be doing something else behind. You even allow, if you are still angry, you won't allow him to even put the hand around you, and then you are doing like. For me, I'm not. People
It's
are like,
not just
oh,
the
she's
hand.
not
You
happy.
said it on Linda Ikeji's. He posted it. He was angry with Linda Ikeji for calling her a strange wife. He said, we are still
See,
living together. She's in my house.
see.
I saw it with my two
And the
korokoro
woman did
eyes.
not come to debunk it. Like, oh, now no, he might be saying whatever. This is still my
You know, when
stand.
I
He
first
didn't
saw the
come out.
video, when I saw the video of her birthday party, I thought, "Ah, this video, the way it's recorded, it'd be like analog. You know, this kind of recording in the 80s. Why is this thing
Yeah.
so? It doesn't look like something that was recorded in a smartphone. The
Yes.
quality of the video is
See,
so
some
poor. So in
people
my
were
mind,
abusing the people that owns that phone. That this phone should not enter Nigeria again. The
me,
quality
I
of this phone
thought
should
it's
not.
an old birthday. I
No,
thought,
I
no,
don't
maybe
think
she'll come
it's
out and say this is
old.
an old
No,
birthday.
she didn't
Not
say
knowing that they are using
anything.
us to cash cruise.
Yeah, she's just collecting money. That is what I think about
Okay,
her. So whatever she
it's all
likes to go
right.
through. Yeah, Auntie B, thank you
Ogadima,
for your dedication. Thank you for all you do all the time. We truly appreciate you. I love you so much. I can't wait to
thank you,
come to London and see you and hug you.
thank you, my dear. I'm
Yes.
waiting for you, Jimmy, my sweet baby. God bless you. Please look after your children and your husband. God bless you. Right, we're moving on very quickly now. Miss Joy, you're next. Where are you joining us from?
Good evening. I'm joining from London. I'm here in
Welcome.
London. Thank you.
Okay. How do
I just want to say thank you for all the work you do. I've been a silent follower for a while. Um, and tonight's topic is one that touches my heart.
Mhm,
I really feel compassion for the lady that died tonight, today, or I don't know when she died. But one thing I'm just going to say is that I want us to sort of be empathetic in the sense that we need to understand that people have different personalities and people handle situations differently.
mhm,
And sometimes it can actually take a while for people to come to terms with the challenges that they're facing in their marriage before they actually make a stand or make a decision. Because
mhm,
there is that acceptance stage where you're
mhm,
going through something, like it's like the circle of change. You come to a place of accepting the reality of what you're facing. And then
mhm,
that's when you then start to make the necessary changes. For some people, you get stuck in some levels. You're in denial. This
mhm,
can't be. This man that I love, the way we started, the way we were doing things together, it must be that somebody is doing something to them. Women have all sorts of beliefs. Oh, somebody must be jazzing in. Somebody must be doing this to me. It cannot be the man I married. You go through that denial, and then after a while you come to the reality that this is what it is. Then you come to that stage where you now make a decision. Am I accepting this or am I moving on? So I don't know what went through this woman's head that she thought that I need to chase this man to
mhm.
actually make him know that I have actually caught him
Yeah,
red-handed. and
red-handed. That was the word.
and
Caught him
and,
red-handed, or
and
to
on,
catch him red-handed.
or to catch him red-handed.
Mhm,
But unfortunately, so unfortunate that she had that accident and she's lost her life. I'm not going to blame her because I don't know what was going through her head, but I
mhm,
feel I feel compassion for our
mm,
children.
mm,
I pray that God will keep those children. I don't know what to wish the man if
mm,
what he did was right, but I just pray that God will comfort. If this woman has got parents, has got,
mm.
she must have her own family. I pray that
Yeah.
God will comfort them and God will comfort our children too. But
Amen.
what I'm going to
Amen.
say to a lot of the women, or a lot of us as women tonight is, first and foremost, I would say every woman must know their worth. You must know that you are unique, you are special, and you must love yourself. You come first. I know a lot of people have said that tonight. You come first. You are the most important person in this whole wide world before anybody else, before your husband, before your children. So that when you're putting things in perspective, you put yourself first to say, what is it that I really want? You know, apart from the fact that you have to deal with changes in your life, things that you didn't bargain for that come to play. And then you have to negotiate that and find your way out. I've been a victim. You know, I am a mother of 4. I went to, I married a man that was a serial adulterer, you know, serial adulterer. And even within the marriage, he had 4 children outside of the marriage. And I
Jesus
know the changes
Christ.
that I know the changes I went through. I know the changes, the time that I was in denial. I know the
Wow.
time that I thought that I could pray him out. I knew the time that I thought that, it was me, it was my errors, it was what I was doing. But then as I grew and as I started negotiating and looking at what is it do I really want out of this marriage? Is this man able to give me what I really want out of this marriage?
Was it
Is
like
this what
that
I
before you married him? Did you
you
notice
know
that
that
during the friend?
you said something earlier that some of us would have fought, with girlfriends before we actually got married. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
my situation. I've had
I
situation
see.
where I had to fight with girlfriends and I felt like I was the woman that won.
You thought you won.
I thought I won because I
Hi.
thought I'm the one that he married.
And the
I
one
was the
that
one
ended
that
up
he
being a
married.
missus.
But I
Wow.
was the one that lived the miserable life because
Mm.
the man that I loved and I gave all my love to the point that the man told me one day that he loved me 60% and he loved the other woman 40%. So you see, to that level, you understand so it came to a point that I had to make a decision. Women must come to a point where you make a decision. This is not what I bargained for. And you walk out of it. And I did that. And I did that 2002 when my last baby was 3 years old. My last son now is 20. It's going to be 20. It was going to be 3 there. It was 3 going to 4. My last son is going to be 24 this month. And I did it to the glory of God. I did it. I raised them. And I always say to people, that was the best decision I made in my life. Walking out of that relationship was the best decision I made in my life. Was it a decision that I made very quickly? No. I'm not going to lie. And I don't want us all to lie. It's not an easy decision. Particularly when you love someone from a young age, you marry them from a young age, you've invested your emotions, you've invested your life, you've given birth to 4 children. It's not easy to walk out of such a relationship. Don't let us deceive ourselves. You have to go through that negotiation of going through that cycle of change.
Why is it
There
that
has
it's not
to-
easy for African women, but for other women from other cultures, like Caucasian women, it's an automatic decision for them?
It is
Why?
not always so. I work in my field of work. I deal with domestic abuse a lot. And I know women that keep going back and keep going back into situations where is abusive. It's because it's not easy. Not because there is no automatic to this. Just like you will have some, okay, if I use in Africa now, for instance, Ghanaian women, a lot of Ghanaian women don't take rubbish. A lot of them, your baby father, I'm sorry, I'm not putting any country down. A lot of them they don't understand why we Nigerians will want to stay in a relationship and want to die there. I think it's part of the way that sometimes your culture informs your decision, religion
Yeah,
informs your decision, and
yeah.
sometimes it's the values that you were built with that informs your decision. As for me, growing up, my mother um, had me and my siblings for multiple fathers. I didn't want that. It
So
was
you
something that
already have something to prove.
Yeah, it was something I told myself when I was
You
in
already have
school.
something to prove that I will never have my children with more than one man.
With more than one man. So although the
Mm.
abuse started at a very early stage in the marriage, that resolution that I made while I was in secondary school was part of the things that kept me on to say, I will pray this man through. I would, it's not that I condone, it's not that I wasn't in pain. There are many times I would cry to bed. There were many, it was a long, torturous kind of relationship. But the most important and the crux of it is when you get to that point, it's like the Bible says that when you get restless, you will remove the yoke off of your neck. When you get to a point that no, this is not me, I need this yoke cannot remain here, you have to remove it. And I got to that point and I had to
Yeah.
remove that yoke.
Yeah.
And I had to walk out. And I remembered when I decided to walk out, and I said to him, "This is as far as I will go." I know I said to him, if you use 16 years to plan for madness, how long then? When in Yoruba
When are
language,
you going to exhibit the madness now?
madness. You understand what I am saying? So if every day I'm waiting for this marriage to get better, and all I can see is it is getting worse,
Yeah.
then the best thing for me is just to walk out. So and I
And
did,
I
and
guess, yeah, for most people, thank you so much for sharing your personal experience with what already. We call those kind of men mongo packs.
yes,
But I think what I'm taking from your submission is that until a woman gets to that point when she realizes that, you know what, I can't live with this anymore. I can do
that is
better.
it.
Even if I'm going to be single for the rest of my life, there's nothing you tell them that will make sense. They
Nothing.
will keep looking for excuses to stay.
Nothing, nothing, nothing.
Because you
Although
got to
you
that point yourself. You
you
woke
have
up one day
to
and say, enough is
you
enough.
have to make that decision. You have to
Yeah.
come to it's like an addict, somebody that has an addiction. Nothing you say to the person until the person admits that there's a problem and I need to make a change.
Yeah.
Until you get. There's some people that go into marriage battle ready. I'm not taking
Yeah.
this rubbish. I'm not taking. For those kind of people, it's not going to be difficult for them to work out. Once they see
Yeah.
something that they don't want to bargain, they haven't bargained for. Even if you are saying to them that with counseling there can still be chances, they say no, 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 this is not what I've bargained. They will walk out because they came battle ready.
Yeah.
There's some people like me that I went in to say, no, I don't want to live the kind
I'm
of. I don't
never
want to.
leaving. I'm here.
I'm
I'm
never.
here for life.
I'm here to make it work. There's some people that say, no retreat, no surrender. We have to make this thing work. This marriage it has to work. So for people like that, sometimes they have to get to God forbid it leads to death. I don't think I would have remained if it was abusive physically. Mine was not a physical abuse. Mine was more
Yeah.
emotional,
Emotional.
or I would
Yeah.
say
Psychological.
infidelity, and
Yeah.
that makes you question yourself, question your beauty, question
Your
and let me tell you,
self-worth.
your
Yeah.
self-worth. And that's what
Yeah.
I say, it's important that a woman knows her self-worth, knows their value, develop themselves. Like my children will always say to me, Mom, you need to go for counseling. You need to go for therapy. There's still certain things that you still you're not getting into. You need to. And one day I said to them, I said, I signed up for counseling. And they were so happy. Mommy, you signed up for cancer. I said, I believe I need it. Because
Yeah.
sometimes we deceive ourselves by being in denial that we can
Yeah.
always cope. We can't always cope. We need
Yeah.
professional help sometimes. So I'm just going to say to women, it's all right. There's life after a bad relationship. There is life after a failed marriage. There is life. It is not the end of anything. It is not. It doesn't matter what they will say. I lived through that. What will people say? After all of these things, what will they say? Won't they say sure? Won't they say is that not the end of it? But eventually I had to come to terms to say, one, my first son was about 10. My second daughter, I was thinking, I don't want my children to see this mess. What do you really want for your children? You need to make up your mind. What do you want for your life? What do you want for your children? What environment do you want to raise your children? And those were the factors that enabled me or helped me to make that
That
decision
decision.
to
Yeah.
walk out of that marriage. And one thing that he said to me first is, so what will your mom and your dad say? I didn't even discuss it with my parents anymore. I didn't discuss it. When it comes to the point that you're going to make a decision, you won't discuss it with anybody. You will call
It's when you are
yourself.
still looking for people to encourage you to stay, to
Yeah.
pray, to do
You
all
will
things
call,
that you started to
you
pick
know,
up
when
and
Yoruba
down.
say you will call yourself, you call your liver, you call your kid, you call everything in you and make the decision yourself and take that action yourself. And I said to him, it's not my mother or my father that has been crying every night on my bed. It is me.
Yeah.
And so it is me that is going to make this decision to walk out. And I walked out. So I'm going to
Well
say to
done.
women,
Well done. Well
you
done.
can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to sit in an abusive relationship until they erode everything about you off. You are valuable, you are beautiful, you are strong. I used to think 4 children, where will I start? How will I cope? But you are stronger than you know. That is one thing that I came to terms with. You are stronger than you know. And unless you make that decision, you cannot actually phantom the grace that God has placed upon your life. I've raised 4 beautiful children. They are my pride. Today, those are the children that he looks up to feed him. So I give God all the glory. So I'm going to say to women tonight, because you're saying advise women, don't kill yourself over any man. It's not worth it.
Right. Thank
That
you.
woman now has died. The man is going to live on. And he will probably marry the side chick.
Why do they always
And
come back to come and meet the children they abandoned to feed them? I'm thinking that did he pay child support, and was he supportive
no, no,
financially after the marriage ended?
no child support, nothing. But eventually, like I said to my son yesterday, Mom, what do we do? There's nothing. He doesn't have, what
He
can
would
we
have
do? We have
had,
to,
maybe he would have if he wasn't busy sowing all his wild oats up and down,
maybe,
distributing it for different women. I mean, women,
maybe,
we are very forgiving. No, I don't know. I
maybe.
sometimes I just think people don't deserve to earn to get a medal for bad behavior and the hurt and the pain they cause other people. You don't deserve to come back and we want those children that you abandoned to look after you. And sometimes I don't know. I mean, I just feel like in our culture, sometimes this is what is making this behavior to continue. Because you see all this, some of these brothers will just go away. They will go away, disappear, abandon their families, abandon the children. Years later, they will now come back looking sick and and, and,
No,
and, and can't even feed. What would you do now? Is your
but
father? No,
to be
no.
honest with you, my sister, this is what happens in my own case. Like when I say to the kids, I'm actually the one. Sometimes I will say, you know, you forgive you have to forgive him. But I know that they're looking forward. I think they're going to see him this December to actually pour out their pain and their heart to him. I remembered one of his children one day told him about himself. They didn't tell me. They went into a room. He called and he was saying something about when you were 3 years old, I bought you. Oh my God. By the time these children came back to tell me the things they told him, why did you children go that far? They say,
What
Mommy,
will they
somebody
do?
needs to tell.
All he
Mommy,
can do is
somebody,
to cry. It will now
mommy,
be
somebody,
remorseful now. I'm sorry
yes,
because he's
somebody
old
needs to
now.
tell him about. Somebody needs to tell him about his life. So it is important that women, you don't let anybody take you who you are away from you. You remember that you were a old person before you married this person, this man. That old person is still there. Don't let anybody chip your person away in the name of marriage or in the name of a relationship through abuse. You understand me? No man, when they say, oh, you marry this person to complete, nobody completes anybody. You are a complete human being. You marry and then you complement. And if that
Thank you.
compliment is not necessary, you can remove it.
If it's not
Remove your old person.
complimenting you,
If it's
yeah,
not
if it's bringing
complimenting,
pain, then there's no point.
if
There's
it's not
really no point.
complimenting you or adding value to you, is reducing you know who you are, please make up your mind on time to walk away. I don't think anybody has been created to be abused. Because when people say God hates divorce, God hates abuse too.
Thank you very much,
God,
my
you know,
sister.
God hates abuse
Mm,
too.
really
So
appreciate your contribution.
and regarding just my quick take on y'all and me, I think as I was saying, we all have different personality. I see May, I look at when I see May, I see myself. This woman was in this marriage for 17 years. That was the man, the only man she knew all her life. It's a tough decision. And particularly, you need to understand that in that particular environment, the Igbo culture, living a marriage is not just the two of them, it's the two families. Bride price needs to be returned. The people they return the bride price to must
Let's try
accept
not
it.
to. I
You
understand,
know,
but no,
all of those.
excuses does not help. Yeah,
You know,
people, Igbo women still live marriages. They do. They do.
I know they do. I know they
Yeah,
do.
they do. They still
From
live
our
marriages.
But from our body language, when they leave marriages, it has to be amicably done. Otherwise,
Not all the time. No,
she
not
can
all
go
the
on as
time.
a single woman, but we all know that Yul is a narcissist. It shows all
Mm,
over him. It portrays it. That of event, he gets crashed. He wasn't
mm,
part of the plan.
mm,
There is a limitation as to what this woman can do.
mm,
It's different when you see somebody cordially embracing you and you holding someone's shoulder like you are my child. You stay here. I'm talking to you. That is the body language. The way he held our shoulder. That is, I'm putting you here. You stay here. I'm talking right
mm.
now. There's still power and control there. So, and I don't want us to overflog, May. Let us see how the event plays out. You understand? We don't know.
Nothing is gonna happen. I don't
you
think
know,
anything is gonna happen with that. She's where she is. She's making money. Life is good. She's empowered now, so I don't think she's gonna leave. So I don't think anything is gonna change. Anyway, thank you so much, Miss Joy. Really, really appreciate your contribution. Unfortunately, we need to move on. A lot of people waiting, and a lot of people are also saying that you should please come and share your testimony if you feel up to it. We are here. Thank you so much, sis. Appreciate you. We need to stop making excuses. I don't like all these men that go and come back years later. I don't know. Me, I cannot. Oh, anyway, I don't know. I've never been in a situation like that. So, and I do say that until you're in a situation, you never know. Because first of all, I don't even tolerate cheating boyfriend. Talk of cheating husband. Good job. I've never. No, no, I haven't. I don't. I don't. Maybe because the way I was raised or from the get-go, I already made up my mind. I had a boyfriend once who cheated. Was a medical doctor during my undergrad days. And Nigerian doctors, I don't know whether the ones in Obodo you both cheat like that too. This one, hi, Benue State, he's from Benue State, he do my man. He can cheat for Africa. I was like, what? Every time you go to his house, different girls. You would think he has something he's doing with girls. I say, this one, I don't want to chair. God forbid. I don't know. I know if it's. I've never been one of those women that will say, okay, maybe he will change. Maybe I can pray him to. No, 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 no. I don't have the patience for it. I don't just have the patience for it. I can't tolerate it. So I never ever met around with someone that was messing around anywhere with anybody. If it's me, could you see me? Except I don't know. If I know, you are out. No baton. It's simple. Because like when Tammy came to share her testimony that day, she said that she's jealous that if any man is cheating on her, it means that there's something he's seeing outside that she doesn't have to give him. So you might as well go with that person. And this kind of men never change. They never. Yes. Oh my, I understand. Not everybody get liver. Yes. Not everybody get liver. Me, I get this liver right from day one. I get them. I don't agree. I don't agree. There was an incident that happened to when I did undergraduate. Go visit this man. I can't see one girl for there. I say, show. Oh, it is. He was not expecting me. I say, Benny, you're not expecting me. Do I have to write you a letter? Are we not dating? So if I want to come and visit you, I have to write to you. I remember this was back before there was GCMs and what they call it GSM. Before I was in that time when in uni, there was no GSM, there was no mobile phone. So how do you communicate in Nigeria? Postal service don't already pafuka that time. I said, look at this man. Oh. He was shaking. He told the guy to go. Because me, I traveled down to another city to meet him. So he now told the girl to go. But do you know what he did? He followed the girl. He went to the girl's house to spend the night. I say, hey. If I could go back that night, I would have gone back, but it was too late. In the morning, I waited for him to come. I gave him a stinker. When I say stinker, and if I reverse, you know what? No. I tell her the story of his life that they are wash and that. Tell her, say, who the hell do you think you are? Because you be medical doctor. You even not just graduate that time. Oh. You just graduate. I think he finished from UI. He just finished his youth service. Only manage one small clinic, one local clinic. Now you to say if they they take rubbish, rob me. I tell her, say, you see me so. I say yes so. Good job. I know you want to dance and make I okay, maybe you go change. After that, doctor, you go marry me. I say, what can she get barabo? Of course I went. I carry my bag, work, I go. And that was the end. I never, because in my place there, they say, what the person no go chop, no smell am. If you smell am, man, if you can't be hungry, you can't chop am.
Never
I
like
can't tolerate it. I'm
my
sorry.
profile.
And this is it's not, with all due respect to all the women that have been cheated on and they continue to be cheated on. I mean, we all have a threshold what we can take. Okay? So this is just the kind of person that I am. And that's why I don't understand it. I'm trying to, but some women just the way be say, no, we don't play like that. No, I don't play like that. Don't try it with me. Don't try it. Could it work? It won't work. Okay, let's move on now. Just more three more people and then we end. George, you are next, my brother. How are you?
Good afternoon, Auntie B.
Welcome, my brother. Hi, buddy.
I'm fine. It's been a long time. Thank you very much. All your videos and everything, watching
Thank you.
from work and all that. But today I'm working from home.
Okay.
So this is pretty pathetic, and most times you can't tell what if you've not been in a situation most times, just as you said, you won't understand how the other person feels. If you've not been sick, you won't know what sickness is all about. And for this woman to take this drastic decision, it it shows that she has tolerated, a lot. Or she's just the way her culture had been, brought her up that, oh, you must stay with the man, you must do this and do that. Because I'll always give a typical example. My mom had done the same thing back then as a child, and I witnessed it pretty well. So, this kind of things will happen, and most times those men they would never change. They would never change, and
Mm-hmm.
it's left for that woman to make up her mind and say, "I'm done with this. I can't tolerate this and all that." But um, women will always look at, oh, how do I raise the children? I have four, I have five, I have six, I have
Yeah.
two. What will
Yeah.
what will people say? The church will
Mm-hmm.
do this, the church will do that, and all that. And if they don't make up that decision, they would stay so long. My mom still stayed, and she's still in the marriage. The only
Mm-hmm.
thing, the only difference is her husband moved out.
Uh-uh.
That was he moved
He
out.
moved out.
Yes, he moved
Is it
out.
not your father, the
Yes,
husband? Why
yes,
you
my
calling?
dad.
Why? Okay, your father. Your father decided to leave.
Yes, he left. He left the marriage, and my
I
mom still
see.
stayed in the marriage. He left.
Wow.
It
Yeah.
was painful, as painful as it was, but that was the best decision that happened to her.
Yeah.
Those years were not easy, but he left. And today, he left, he didn't look back. He came back in 2009, trying to reconcile. Oh, and now being the woman that she is, oh, your father is back. Can we reconcile? We did everything. We did the prayer, we did the fasting, just to make sure he stays. But any man that decides to leave will leave. Prayer does not bring back a man. Prayer does not bring back a wayward man or a wayward woman. Even the Holy Spirit will not drag that person back. Today he's 67, he'll be 68 here, and now he's looking for all his children. You say you can't.
It's usually at that age they start looking for you to come and pay their bills.
He's not looking for 5 children to come and take care of him. Age is creeping up on him, but at the peak of his life, that my mom was trying to curb him. Calm down. No, the money was there. When I say the money was there. So
and the funny thing, George, once the money goes, once the small change goes, all the women will just seem to disappear.
Once the money goes, all the women will disappear. All the skills will fall from his saving grace was he left the country. And that was it. If he was still in Nigeria, then maybe that. But for this woman, it's such a pity she had to take that decision and it backfired on her.
Yeah.
It just came back to her. Now she's left 3 boys whom God can have mercy on the man. The man can change, or he can decide to live the same life, marry another lady, and the cycle continues. So it's pretty pathetic. So my advice is, first of all, to the women, know what you can handle. Most women now go into marriage, they don't know themselves. And those that know themselves, they will not settle for less.
Absolutely.
Those women
I'm telling you, people like us some people thought we will never marry, to be honest.
Women
like
who
us.
know
Because
themselves.
people like us from day one.
Women who know
My
themselves.
mother concluded that this one, you know too much. Which man will tolerate her? Say, maybe I no tolerate. Me self no tolerate.
Yeah, so women who know themselves, they don't marry early. Those who marry early will, okay, if that good man will come your way. And I have a younger sister, beautiful and all that, 28. My mom is clamoring, marriage. And she's like, oh, I met this man. I brought this man for you. And she said she cannot marry. That I have to find a husband myself. And today, she's termed as the very stubborn one. Oh,
So are you now reaching out to this your mother's husband to help now that he's looking to bring back his family? Are you not? You are not.
No,
you are
we're
not
not.
in for that.
We are not in for it. None of us is in for it because we tried it in 2009. We tried it in 2013. Now this is 2022. We did everything. Even here, I came in 2018. Other ones came 2017 and 2016. We still tried everything. It didn't work. So now he's coming in 2020. Now he wants, because now age has
It's
caught
too
up.
late to cry.
It's too late. We're like, stay. You abandoned us for a long time. You can't come back after how many years?
You are men now, anyway. You are grown now. So the time that he would have been a father is gone. So you don't, I mean, he's the one that needs you now. You don't need him. You're a grown man. So what is he going to teach you now that you don't know already?
If you ask me, I don't even know. But
May God help our brothers and our uncles to make better decisions about their life and their future. Thank you so much, George. Appreciate you, my dear.
You're welcome.
Very nice to hear your voice again. Take care of yourself, bro. Okay, please. I've done 2 hours. I want to go to 3 minutes. I just alone. Only 3 minutes now if I add you so that I can go. I'm really not feeling up to it today. Kike, you're welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Auntie B. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're welcome. Where you join us from? You got 3 minutes, please.
All right. I'm calling from Washington State in the U.S.
Right. Go on.
All right. So I was just, based on what you were just talking about people who know themselves and before they get married, I think that's really critical, because I think, like, from my experience, I went through a very tumultuous marriage as well, just like one of the callers shared her experience. The only difference with hers was mine also was physical. and I married really young. But I think part of the problem is the background. I think it's very important for us now teaching our own children to, first of all, groom them in an atmosphere filled with love and reassurance and support, and letting them know that, you know what, it's not a do or die affair. If it's not working out, it's okay. We're here for you. That's something I did not have. So I was like just trying to figure it out. It was like, that's all I had. I just wanted my marriage to work. I wanted my family to stay together. And because of that, I stayed too long, much longer than I should have. 3 kids later, 13 years later, I was like, this is not working. And by then I had to push through the marriage. And I probably would have left sooner, but I had to empower myself. So I was still trying to finish school, get my degree and everything. So I think that's really important, taking the time to get married and meeting the right person. But one advice I would give women that I think would help is being willing to sit down and be realistic with ourselves when things are not working, and be willing to remove yourself from the situation. Because sometimes maybe it can be reconciled, but maybe sometimes that other person that's not appreciating your value needs to see what life is without you in it. Because when we sit in that abusive situation, trying to fix it, try to fight other women, he still enjoys the comfort of coming home to you, of your home cooked meals, of, being able to sleep with you whenever he wants. So what is the lesson he's learning? Nothing. So he's going to do that, and he's going to go back. He's going to go mess around, or she, if it's the lady doing it, is going to do it and still come back to that comfort that is still provided. So they don't really learn that lesson. I think sometimes that's what we're so scared of is, oh, if I leave, she's going to take over, he's going to take her, and that's what I remember I used to hear a lot. That when I would talk about my pains was, you're going to leave, another woman is going to come take your sweat, and she's going to take her. And I had to sit down one day. I was like, what? I'm building. It's like I'm just pouring into a basket, because it doesn't matter how much I try, I cannot build this home myself. It was depleting me. My kids were watching a lot of abuse, and it was an unhealthy situation. They would cry, I would, after fights, I will be so hurt. I'll be hurting all over for days. And all I'll get is, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. And it's the same story, so we need to learn to be able to let it go. If it's really going to work, if he's going to actually learn the lesson, he will. By the time he has to do without you for a little bit and see, man, it's not green on the other side. Sometimes it's worse on the other side. Let him understand, like, I can leave. And I think that's why some of maybe our Nigerian men, or men generally who behave that way, continue to do it, because they know, I'll just say sorry, she'll be good. And I was just going to touch on something about the eulogy.
Okay, sorry, Kike, I have to move on. Your 3 minutes is up. Thank you very much for that. So, if people just choose one to talk about, because there's not enough time to talk about both cases, if you want to talk about Yuledoche, only Yuledoche and Meridoche, if you want to talk about this one because of time, please. I need to go, guys. Sorry about that, Kike, but I hear you. And another thing I was going to add with what you said is the fact that people need to consider the future for themselves. Sometimes when you stay too long, you are also stopping yourself, the chance of ever finding love again. Because now you stayed for too long, you are living in your 50s, in your 60s, when you could have left. It's the same man, it's the same situation in your 20s. He was the same before you even got married. You know he's not going to change. Annie is asking a question. Is it that women don't have, you don't have a deal breaker? No, they do. But women keep thinking, especially Nigerian women keep thinking, I will change him. I can pray him to change. Maybe if we have children now, it will change. Maybe if we are married, it will change. Most of this behavior is not from marriage. It's before marriage. Women see it, just like that our sister said. She saw it. I'm glad that she's reflective and she's honest about her self-reflection. I saw it, but I thought I can pray him to change. That's the problem. So you deny yourself the opportunity of even having a good relationship in the future because now you stay too long. So maybe people should think about that if you are going through, this kind of situation now that, okay, actually, yeah, it might not be easy, but I deserve better. And my chances are getting slimmer and slimmer the longer I stay, the older I become as women. Because we all know our biological clock is not the same with men, whether we like it or not. So maybe it's something that women need to consider as well. And young women, if you're not married here and you're dating someone that is already cheating, I hope you are learning that it's not going to change. Marriage doesn't change anybody. It will even intensify it. If he's cheating now during your courtship, he will cheat after you marry. Just know that. It's simple. Okay. Mama Jojo, you are next. 3 minutes, please. Welcome, sis.
Hello, MTB. I'm watching my time carefully. And I just want to say this, right? It's so unfortunate that this lady lost her life. But honestly, Auntie B, sometimes when trials and trouble come to us, the people around us, the pieces of advice that they gave us can either break us or make us. And the reason why I'm saying this is her upbringing. And if you hear people that marriage is for life, God hates divorce, you hear all of these things, fight for your marriage. You have invested all this time, you want another woman to come and reap what you didn't sow. You hear all of these things, right? So that in her mind, she's judging herself, she's judging her self-worth. What am I doing? What does this lady have that I don't have? So
Yeah.
what does she have that I don't have that my husband will be going after her? Because in her mind, I'm the best wife. I've given him 3 boys. I'm doing my part. So sometimes you have those thoughts. You cannot blame her. It's just unfortunate that she made those decisions. But I will tell you this: when I was going through my divorce, and I took my daughter and went to the river to end my life. I'm not going to judge her. I did that. I wanted to do that. But a lady called me and she said, I feel a heavy spirit. Let's pray. And Auntie B, when that lady talked to me, I did some self-reflection. I look at my life. Actually, Auntie B, when I left, the World Bank moved me, the World Bank hired me. As I speak, I have a full-time job in Washington, D.C. I have a store, I have several businesses. I'm doing so well for myself. And I have, Auntie B, I have a man right now, we dating. He speaks against abuse because I have taught him how to love me and I have taught him how to treat me. And I've already told him, I said, the day you decide to treat me in public differently from the day you treat me behind closed doors, consider it quit. So we already established that. So I had to go through that to know what real love is, to value me, and he values me. So that's where we are. I'm not going to be one of those women where I'm coming, everybody like, oh, Mama Jojo has an excellent relationship in public, and as soon as we enter the door, you're going upstairs and downstairs. I'm not living like that. I can be bad all by myself. I'm a competent woman. I know how to make my own money. And I'm coming to be an asset to you. So you better bring more than you have. And I would just say my advice to women, right? Please find genuine people in your life, because most of the times when you go to your mother, you go to your aunt, they will tell you about the experience. They will glorify the years of abuse, the years of infidelity they went through. They will glorify all of those things, and they'll tell you are not the only person passing through it. And I will tell you there are good men out there. There
Yeah,
are good men
absolutely.
out
I
there.
think we need to reemphasize that.
There
Until
are
you leave the bad one, you never know. You will never know.
You won't believe it. You know, I have a store in the mall, right? So I run a store. A Ghanaian lady came, was talking to me. So I said, oh, my fiance, he came and he was ironing my clothes. He irons my clothes. She said, Mama Jojo, or men iron your clothes? The lady was in shock because I had to get her out of an abusive relationship. She was in shock that a man can iron a woman's clothes, that a man can do laundry. I said, no. So you see, I would just tell these women, you know, sometimes it will be hard because you are going against the grain. As an African woman, when you stand up for yourself, you will meet a lot of persecution. But Auntie B today, as I said, when I look at my ex, he can call me, oh, I have a home in Pennsylvania. I have a place here. Sometimes the men I used to look down on me, right? He calls me with title and respect.
Why is this still calling you? Do you have a child together?
We have our daughter together and she's in college, right? And Auntie B, to the glory of God, when I left him, right, I moved to DC. My daughter went to private school all along. My daughter became #1 in public speaking in Washington, D.C. I travel all over America because of our daughter. And when he left me, you know, I got married when I was 21, right? He said, no man will want you. You will not do this. You will not do that. And I said, look, and after a while, you begin to look at these lies, right?
Yes, you believe them.
Oh, but I have a Nigerian friend. She's an Igbo girl. When I was going through my trials, she said to me, she said, Mama Joshua, look at your body. She said, you tore, you have, she said, what? And that girl began to talk to me. I said, me. But Auntie B right now, sorry to say, I'm not using my past experiences, but if you cannot take care of me, I have my own money, but you must take care of me. And I always tell women, a place or man does not spend money he does not value.
All right. Thank you so much, Mama Jojo. You spent 5 minutes. I need to go. And so I'm going to move on. Yeah, I've heard your story. Yeah, somebody says she sounds Liberian. Yeah, she is Liberian. Appreciate you. And if Mama Jojo is telling you that from a bad relationship to a good one, and she's, I mean, no offense, she's not a split chicken. She's a woman in her in midlife. So, you know, if she can find love at her age, then until you leave that bad one, you never know if it's love they are looking for. If you keep trying to change stone, and you keep trying to change stone to you keep trying to change, what's the comparison I'm going to use? Trying to change a gravel to quicksand. No matter how long you keep breaking that stone, it's never going to change because it doesn't even have the character of quicksand. That is the nature. So what you're not going to live with, just learn to say no. I know it's not easy, but you got to start somewhere. Think about yourself, value yourself. Baton. Okay. Remy, you are next.
Hello,
Welcome.
Auntie B. Thank you so much for always bringing these topics. I'm really saddened by the loss of this lady. It feels very personal, just from a woman to another woman. But I just wanted to, because we're thinking about it and reflecting and talking about it, just a few questions and a few points I wanted to, just take us through. Was there any personality of this person? Did that personality contribute to our chasing the man in the first place? Because I know, I can be a bit hot-tempered, hot-blooded, but not for a man, for other things in life. So I will never put myself in a situation where a man aggravates me to that point where I start to like fight in public or chase a man or drag a man with anybody. Do you see what I mean? So I'm asking, could there have been underlying issues like personal issues, mental health
That's a
related
rhetoric
issues?
question, right?
Yeah. I'm just saying, so we know, because if there are some women that are struggling with issues like this, you're not going to find happiness in another human being. Happiness is an inside job. Fulfillment is an inside job. So you need to work on yourself and not the man or the side chick. Do you know what I mean? Is all, as you've said, it's better to live. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Also, we that live abroad, we live a very privileged, life. We live in a privilege. Nigeria is still very primitive. I know through my cousins and everyone I know that lives in
No, that's
Nigeria
that.
that,
I don't
but
think
hold on, Nancy,
so.
things are changing. Things are changing there because
No,
divorce is
not
becoming.
primitive.
But
These guys were learned people. She's a lawyer.
excuse
They
me,
live in a
Auntie,
big city in Calabar.
is it in Nigeria where people still, some landlords, some would not rent to women, that
Mm-hmm.
don't come with
Mm-hmm.
husbands? They're still primitive in. Things have improved since we left, but it's
Mm.
still, the culture is still engraved in, Mrs. Somebody, Mrs. Anybody, Mrs. So
Yeah.
that title Mrs. still runs through. Now I'm going to leave this woman's case and quick to Yole. I think I still have 1 minute.
You have
Yeah,
1 minute.
we I'm calculating it with that lady. Do you not think that because she got married early, do you not see manipulation and narcissism, just enveloping that lady, and she feels really, it looks like she's a child being handled. Do you get what I mean? Anytime I see her, she just looks like, she's being controlled. Forget all those social media bit. Some men and their families do know how to control people.
Yeah.
So
I'm
anyway,
not ruling that out. I'm not ruling
from
that out.
woman to
But what I'm
woman,
saying is
from
that,
woman
I
to
mean,
woman,
mm,
from a woman to another woman, let's let people live their truth. Let people do things when it's best for them. Let people, nobody's going to feed her when she comes out of that man's house. Nobody's going to support her.
No,
Let
you're
her
not
make
getting the
that
point,
decision.
Remy.
No, I
No,
get the
that's
point. I
no,
get the
you
point.
don't. You're not getting the
I
point. The
do
point
get the
is you
point.
are saying from woman to woman, we should let people make the decision themselves. Nobody is telling her not to make the decision. Nobody is deciding for her. We are only commenting based on the information they've given us on social
I
media and the way
understand
she's
you.
carried on.
I
Okay,
understand
I'm
you.
saying there's a discrepancy in what she's telling us and what is actually going on based on what Yolidoche has said now.
Somebody
Okay,
raised something. Did she talk like that other lady? You know, the lady with that actress, I don't know what her name is. That one came out point blank and made our case known. This one, as you know, chosen, she's chosen what she wanted to say. It's her life. Let her live it. You know,
who?
she's not a child. But what I'm
Who's
what I'm trying to say is that people should
whose
just
life?
work
I
on
don't understand.
themselves.
I'm
You
lost.
know the lady that Ashiwaju, or what's her name? That woman
Mm.
came out and spoke. You know, everyone knows what she stands for. This other lady, Yola Duce's wife, nobody knows what she stands for, aside the one comment she made. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, it's their business. You know, you can't change people. People can make whatever decisions they want to make, but they have to live with the consequences of it and live in
Then
their
they
truth.
shouldn't disturb us about their decision. Then they should make it in private and stop
We are
lying
the
to
ones
us.
poking our heads
No,
into
no,
it.
no, 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 no. They are lying to us, Remy. Why can't you see it that way? They are
I
lying to
see.
us. She's
It's
cashing
not
out on
my
social media.
it's not my business, auntie. It's
No,
not
no,
my
no. I know
business.
it's not on my. It's nobody's business. But they are the one that brought it to social media. You're making it sound as if we are being judgmental. Like maybe we are not being understanding. But they are cashing out, and she's making it seem as if, oh, I'm not taking this polygamy, my but nothing has changed. It's not
Okay, I
about the
stand to be
decision that I'm
corrected.
talking
Maybe I
about.
don't know it.
I'm
Maybe it's
talking
just
about the way the matter has been presented. Look at it logically. Nobody's
okay.
making a decision for her. We can't decide for her. We are not in her life. But
Good
if you
luck.
are cashing
Good
out on
luck to
social
all of
media, you
them.
are still in the marriage, let us know. Don't be deceiving us as if, oh, I'm not in the marriage anymore. Meanwhile, obviously, you are still in the marriage and you are still whatever you are doing. That is
Yeah,
what I'm just querying. That's it.
but are people supporting her financially? Do you think?
Oh, she's getting a lot of brand deals on social media.
Oh, I
Haven't you seen her
see. I see.
page?
No, I
You
don't
should go to
really.
Instagram and she's cashing out big time. People are buying. Some people on her comment section will even buy what they don't need just to support her, so
Oh,
that
I
more
see.
brands
Oh, I
can
see. So
yeah.
I agree with you on that. I don't really know much about
Oh,
it.
she's a big time influencer
I've
now
just
since this
picked up
matter
from
happened.
what you guys have been saying all day. You know what? Let people live their truth. My own is that women, let's work on ourselves. Do not, you know, if someone doesn't desire you, they've shown you point blank that they don't desire you, then don't force them. Church cannot do it. You know, the whole religiosity, church, family, there's scam. There's scam, you know, they just have one truth, which is to keep you in bondage. So free yourself from that, you know. You pray about it, God can do everything. God will not do for a man what you can do for yourself. Simple. That's where I will end it.
All right. Thank you, Remy. I appreciate you. Maybe you should take a look at Maria Doce's page, then you will understand where we are coming from when we're talking about how this whole thing, how the narrative has been, how they spun it around for financial gain on social media. That's the way I'm saying it now. Because a whole lot of women, and Nigerian women, a lot of them are grieved. Mhm. They are aggrieved, and that's why they are supporting her wholeheartedly, saying, okay, she's standing up against polygamy. All right. But is she really? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, guys. Please. I don't know. But this is the way I see it. All right. Let's go now. Let's round up. Hey, how are you, sweetie?
Hey, I'm good, oh, Sister B. Well done. This matter, when I saw you had, I was like, man, let me. So when I finished with my other platform, I was happy that you guys were still here. So, Sister B, I mean, you can't do constant. You don't talk with you, don't want to talk finish. Me
I
not get
don't
anything
tire.
to
I
add.
won't go
Beg,
so.
it's not easy to do these lives. So, everybody don't talk. May women learn, do better, women. That's it. Love yourself first. Don't put up with what you know you cannot. Don't eat what you know you can't swallow. You said it earlier. You chop wetin you know say you fit. If you know say you no fit, know wetin you know say go work for you, wetin no go work. If na man wey too like dey leave am, free am because you know say you no go fit. Some women dey when they fit. Everybody get capacity. Leave them alone. So no, live your life. Be true to yourself. Make your own money. If the man do anyhow, you say bounce. It's just that simple. Take your decision. Nobody will make decision for anybody.
Obaton,
I leave it at that. Go
thank you
and
very much.
rest.
I'm going to rest. I'm going to rest. Thank you. Thank you so much, Omoye. I appreciate you. Did you? I sent your email to that guy. I don't know
Yes,
if
he
he's
did.
reached
He
out.
reached out. He reached out, and I sent him. And thank you, Bio. So I reached out to Bio also to get some links for him. So I shared
Okay.
all those links with him, and I
Mm.
also sent him what I know. So he was very, very appreciative. And yeah,
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so
you're
much for that,
welcome.
Omoye.
You're
Really
welcome.
appreciate you. Right. Okay. So this is the end of the matter. We will talk from now to tomorrow. People will still do what they need to do. We can't tell people how to run their life. We can't tell people what to do, but we can only advise. But now here will they? When people know here, it still come back. When it happen, now see here we still day. Nobody is saying that it is easy. Nobody is saying that it's just something that you wake up one day and you decide. But some women make it sound as if somebody is forcing them. Like, oh, they don't. I mean, one of my friends keeps saying the same thing over and over again, and she keeps repeating it that women, maybe there's a false sense of vulnerability that we sometimes put on ourselves just to make ourselves feel like, Rimi Bayi, what can I do about it? It's out of my control. It's out of my it's because of the way I've been told I can't do this. Because sometimes, please, we need to start doing better than presenting this all this pity party where we dey invite people come. So some people don't tire to attend pity party. They don't tire. They don't tire. They don't tire. They don't tire. What me I know definitely is that all these cheating husband, it started out as cheating boyfriends. That I can establish. It's always the case. He's always cheating. But you think it will change. Oh, he chose me, he didn't marry the rest. Or he will go and come back. Nigerian woman will tell you, whatever he does outside, no concern me. He will still come back, come meet me for house. He'll come back, come meet me for house. But one day you'll come realize that you know if you take him again. Yes, unapologetic me. Some women too, they like to play victim. And I'm not saying that you guys know when it comes to empathy for women, advocating for women, fighting for women, I did there gidigba. But we need to start taking some responsibilities. Women need to start being accountable for their own decision making. Stop just being playing victim all the time. Play I'm the victim. What can I do? What can I do? Unfortunately, this madam has gone now. Very sad. Nobody's happy about it. I mean, it's tragic all around if you look at it. Even the husband now, he head go correct now. He go house now, go think and say, my picture, they fly all over the world now. All their families and friends and church member and everybody will know. The whole Calabar municipal, wherever he comes from, I hear it's from Akwa Ibom and the woman is an Igbo woman. If that's correct. They all know now. His picture is all over the blogs now. All across Nigeria now. They are talking about him. So let's learn to do better, I beg. Nobody gains. Nobody has anything. Nobody gets an award when these things happen. When they go south like that, somebody pays. Mostly it's the children. These children are going to pay daily now. Every day we'll be asking, where is mom? Where is mom? You're going to explain to your children why you deprived them of their mother because you were doing James Bond and you were doing Fast and Furious. Women, most importantly, I'm going to end by telling you, I know. Like I said, not everybody, like Omoya reminded me that it's not everybody that has that boldness. So if you are that type that they bring girlfriend to come and sleep inside the house while you are there, you sit outside and wait. A woman has told us that before. When she was dating the man, she will be outside. You could remember Yabo in Chicago. She will wait outside. The guy will go and sleep with that one first. Then he will not tell her to come in. Yes. That is the level. That is the bar that some women have set for themselves. You know why? Because of lack of self-esteem. You don't think you can do better. You think, oh, he's the one I love. Where will I find somebody like this again? Now, boyfriend for the start. Now, so I know cheating hurts. It leads to mental breakdown, anxiety. Some people go into unhealthy lifestyle to cope. Alcohol, substance misuse, name it. They will be shopping and spending money they don't have because there's a pain they are trying to deal with. But please pause before you take any action. Very critically, you need to pause and think. Be calm. Do meeting according to that auntie that I was telling you. Call your intestine, your liver, your kidney, call them for meeting. Do meeting with yourself. Do not make split-second decisions when you go regret, like going to fight, like going to chase, do James Bond or do Fast and Furious. I beg, those ones are very, very. They can be harmful decisions that you make. It's not your fault. It's not because you didn't cook well. It's not because you're not a good wife. A cheat will cheat. Okay? Have an honest look at yourself. Those of us want to beat side chick, look at problem not really there on a marriage. Now that side chick, now what about the other side chick? If you beat in Kechi today, what about the other one? What did there? The other time? Tobori, what about the other one? How many you fight, Linda? How many you don't fight? So you need to look critically and see that actually those girls are not the problem. Your husband or your partner is the problem. Confront them if you need to, but maybe some of the things that can help is to ask them to change. If you can ask them to change it, they can promise you. Some might say they will change, some will say they will not change. Like we heard a lady telling us, one of our sisters that shared her own experience said that the husband said, I love you 60%. The remaining 40% is for side chicks. Yeah. So if he already said that, then he don't already tell you, you can't have me 100%. You can't stop me. So in a situation like that, I mean, it will even be difficult for me to blame a man like that again. Because it's upfront, and this is what we always say. Men are very upfront. They say it, they are pragmatic. Women are the ones that are emotional about everything. We are so emotional. And that's why you see when a woman cheats and a man finds her, you know they waste time, he will throw you out. They are not emotional about it. I saw Bio saying it in the comment section that he can never tolerate a woman that cheats that he will sack you immediately. That is a man talking for you. But if na woman, he go sugarcoat down. Oh, hey, oh, my children, maybe I go born more. Make her finish, make her born first for here. Okay, wait till they out there. Who go love me? Man, they don't get time for that nonsense. Sometimes you need to learn to emulate men. Men will be more like men. Men, they don't get time. Very, very pragmatic. They will lay the road down, they go do them. But women, lie. No fit. It is well, oh, may God help us to make the right choices when it comes to it. Brothers, please, if you are doing this, there are consequences, oh. Just know that you are hurting somebody. This one just make another person child delete so suddenly. So there are consequences. Can you live with this? Can you? I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe, share the video, and please remember to leave your comments saying, okay, because usually when we finish the live shows, I see a lot of comments. Some people when no get liver to come here when we do live stream. When we don't finish, at that time they'll come to write rubbish. I delete and block. I read comments. And if you can't abuse anybody, they throw shade. Yeah, I don't block you. So be respectful in your comment. This is not about you. Okay? If you are triggered, carry your trigger, go another place. Okay? This is about learning, unlearning, sharing opinions, and trying to change the narrative. There are so many things that are wrong culturally in our country called Nigeria about marriage across the culture. If we Yoruba land, if we Igbo land, Edo, anywhere a day. But we'll keep changing them. Unfortunately, with all this case study, one story at a time. That's all we can do. Let's do better. If you know better, you do better. God bless you guys. Thank you very much, Timmy T. Thanks everybody for being here. Miss Joy, I appreciate your testimony, Auntie. No, you don't need to be ashamed. It's your story. Please never be ashamed of it, Miss Joy. Never be ashamed. That is where you were mentally, but you still got the courage to walk out of that. So you should celebrate yourself for that. Thank you so much. A lot of people are saying you should come and share how maybe you can teach other women how to walk out from a cheating marriage where, you know, when they're almost taking everything from you. If you feel like sharing with us, we're here. It's all about learning, Auntie. Please don't feel that way. We don't want you to feel that way. If what we're saying comes across that way, that's not our intention. It's just where you are at that point was why you were able to, you took it, but at a point you didn't take it anymore. And you also gathered yourself together and you got the courage to move. So please reach out if you want to talk and share. I think your experience can help other people. No shame at all, Auntie. No shame. It is well with you. I thank God for your life. Thank God for where you are today. Thank God, especially for your children. Everything that God has used you to do in the life of those children, that you are still alive today to tell your story and to help your children. This auntie, unfortunately, her own story is more tragic. It is well. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'll see you in my next one. Have a nice afternoon, nice evening. God bless you. Thanks, everyone. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe. Have a good evening.